So, our first thing is not even all black, it's acreage. And all black is just day by day.
Yeah, they're not,
So
yeah,
it's
they're
lease.
moving, yeah.
So it's lease. So the term law requires us to lease the acreage for 7 years.
So we don't sell.
We don't sell. So you lease it for 7 years. That's what, after every exploration period, you relinquish. That means if I gave you 4 blocks, I was giving total 4 blocks. After the first exploration phase, which is 2 years, you relinquish 25% of the blocks in the year back. It's leased to you. After every exploration period, you relinquish 25%.
And after 7 years,
If you can't meet up with your work program, you ask for extension. If you still want to continue to explore.
so we don't sell. Let
No, we
me,
don't
let
sell.
me, let me
We
lose
do
it.
not
Mr. Nominee.
sell. It belongs to the
Mr.
country.
Nominee.
Nominee.
No, we won't do that.
Oh, no, I'll just answer the question.
Yeah, no, you know, my question, if you take note, is not to test your ability. There are 2 reasons people get asked questions. Either to test your ability, or to want to question, or to be informed, or educated. My question is not for you. My question is to help to educate.
That's not emphasizing that. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, the last said all black. Said, do again, do we sell?
No,
Or lease?
sir, we do not sell our oil block. We lease them for 7 years, maximum.
And after the 7 years,
We relinquish the blocks.
then it comes back to the
Come
company.
back to the country.
Don't care about the rental.
Mr. Nominee, my last question. What is NOCA's knowledge of participation with the recent lease of all blocks to Oranto and Total? Question.
What is
NOCA's knowledge of and participation the lease of these of
So
to
NOCA-
Oranto and
So local is the marketing agent. So our job is to go and promote and be able to be as persuasive as we can to the oil companies to express interest and come and take our black. So when those companies express interest, then we take them to the controller authority to be able to acquire license. As part of the license acquisition process, these companies are qualified. So participate up to the point where the companies told LPRA to pre-qualify. And then when the negotiation is ongoing, because of the citizen and state participation interest as managed by local, we have to sign a joint operating agreement with these companies because we become party to the agreement when it's ratified. So that's the rule of local.
so is it safe to say that NOCA spotted, recruited, and brought forward Oranto?
I would say
And so have presented to LPRA.
I would say we promoted the country and subsurface potential to Oranto for different reasons. One, we earn revenue from that service. So it's like when you conduct a bid round, several companies will come in, they pay fees. By the end of the day, it's 11 companies for that service.
So let me ask my question again. So NOCA forwarded Oranto to the regulator for the licensing.
Yes, I would say it's the language you use it as so when you promote the basin to the company, the first day they go, they look at the data. At that point, local is making money. So we want to promote the basin to as many companies as possible because they will come and acquire our data.
So as long as NOCA is making money, the
So-
repetition of the
No, at that point the company is not qualified because you have to be qualified.
okay,
So when they acquire
in order
the
for
data,
Mr. Nominee, in order for LPRA to license any exploration company
Doesn't
or
pre-qualify.
oil company,
Doesn't pre-qualify.
local has to pre-qualify.
No, FPRA will pre-qualify.
So FPRA does not go looking for customer.
No, their job is that's
Local
not-
does.
Yes, our job is to promote.
So local send also saw Oranto and
It's a pre-qualified and see why they qualify.
that's my question. So that means local also have a role in forwarding
Or until,
Oranto to FPRA.
I'll say yes.
Did you do due diligence on the history, background of Oranto?
That's a regulatory function. So normally, we check your financial capacity. Yes, do you have? Can you fund the training program? Yes. Can you afford our data? Yes. Do you have a history of drilling in this sector, or do you have a history in oil and gas sector? Yes. We follow that here. Because we are not the regulator, they are responsible to vet and validate the company. We're not the regulator.
So the executive, the president nominates and sends the nominees here. And then we do the hearings as in interview. And we pass it. When you doing work, the whole country can forget who nominated. The process of deriving at the decision to nominate, everybody said it, that the Senate confirmed the person. My question to you, Mr. Nominee, is NOCA had a huge role in recommending or selecting Oranto. Did you do background check on Oranto's history with our oil basin or oil blockade?
Yes, of course.
And what was there? What informed your recommendation or selection of Oranto owing to what their background and history with our oil basin?
So the history of Oranto farming in the Chevron 7 years back. The concern we had, or the issue we had at the time, we've corrected that issue. When you farm in, you farm out, it's a non-exception. And the interesting thing is, I'd like to state that oil companies will compete against each other for land, and they will go and partner after one of the companies have won or decided and given that land. That's how the setup operates. At the time when Oranto farmed in Chevron, there was no safeguard, and that's why the country did not benefit from the transaction fee. Now, within the new petroleum agreement, we have a transaction fee set at 25%. So when Oranto or whatever company that comes in to our country and farm in with another company, whatever windfall profit it will make, the government gets 25% transaction fee. In addition to that, there's a windfall profit also that the country gets on the windfall margins. That's spelled out, provided for in our revenue code. So that safeguard is currently in the current petroleum agreement, but it was not there 7 years ago when Oranto farmed in Chevron. But we've corrected that mistake. We learned from that mistake in the past and we've corrected it in the new petroleum agreement.
So, Mr. Chairman, I just want to ask on the same subject. We have a duty as a government to inform properly. Because everything is political propaganda. We have such knowledge. The Oranto defraud, cheat the government or Liberia, or we the government back then simply did not do its own due diligence to protect itself from Oranto future gains.
So Senator, I would say Oranto is a profit-making institution, organization. Their objective when created was to create shareholder value. So, and they intend to come and make this huge investment, take this huge risk, is to make profit. What we didn't do as a government was to have the necessary safeguard at the time. So we made a mistake as a government. And that's why we've corrected it going forward.
So we got assurance that we've learned our lesson. I didn't hear you.
We've learned our lesson, yes. And we learned it hard way. We fixed it.
They're into opposition, where according to the chairman of the Unity Party, they are experts in opposition politics. They are very good there. But we'll come to all of those claims later. But welcome, Chairman Cole.
Thank you very much.
How is life going? Let's focus on the microphone so we hear you better. How is life going?
Well, life is pretty good under the circumstances.
What are the circumstances?
The reality of the rescue Liberia imposes serious strains on the Liberian people, including
a very impressive reality where roads are being worked on, water is coming better, 35 new NTA buses just landed in country. People can now travel to the southeast. You see public works teams all over the place doing stuff. LEC has become more stable. So that's a pretty good reality, isn't it?
Well, unfortunately, the Unity Party government would attempt to portray that it flew over all the progress that the CDC made to arrive in 2024. And that's some of the things that we're going to be pointing out today, that the Unity Party has demonstrated its inability to govern the country, properly, as evidenced by the trial and error method that it is using to govern the country. Because from all indications, the government has, failed systematically in delivering on all of its promises. In fact, it has embarked on a trial and error method. It's trying this, it's trying yellow machine, it's trying this, it's trying that. It's stopping trucks from using the roads during the rainy season. So that's trial and error. But we would have thought that, contrary to the trial and error method that is being used, that after 12 years of governing the country from 2006 to 2017, the return of the Unity Party, we have seen a coherent, organized Unity Party picking up from where, but to the contrary, you see the Unity Party is being very disruptive. It started by violating all the laws of the country, dismissing tenure officials, engaging extrajudicial killings, starting with King George in 2024, engaging in bogus procurement of yellow machines, and the list goes on and on. The ordinary citizens of the country have become of the Unity Party government, contrary to all of the promises.
But you didn't dispute the claims that are made about the things that are happening.
So I'm saying the Unity Party is just walking in our footsteps. The Unity Party is walking in because most of the things they're doing, these are things that we have already done, and they're just picking up from where we left off. But let's focus on the key bread and butter issues. The issue of government is so, but the Unity Party does not acknowledge that. For the Unity Party, it flew over everything and later in 2024 and starting everything afresh. That is the impression that the Unity Party is trying to create, which is far from the reality. Is a demonstration of intellectual dishonesty, because not to even attempt to give credit to the progress of the CDC government is being very disingenuous but let's focus on the key governance issue, because this is a democracy. The Unity Party is systematically retrogressing the democratic gains of the country. If the CDC, you see over the last 2 years, like I said, extrajudicial killing, the police, have you documented the number of killings the police have been engaged in from King George in February 2024 all the way, and you see the systematic harassment of citizens. So progress must be made with maintaining the democratic gains of the country. Even the CDC, the CDC has been continuous for up to today, culminating into the destruction of our headquarters, malicious destruction
Well,
of our headquarters.
that was an issue between you
No.
and the owner of a
No,
property.
no. The police saw looting.
And you could
The
not
police saw-
salvage what the problem was.
No.
And so the
So you saw the police looting at our headquarters. So that was not the owner of the property looting. You saw the massive deployment of armed police at midnight. That was not the owner of the property deploying. So this became the government was hiding, trying to hide behind the case. No, but you saw the malicious destruction of the headquarters by armed men of the government.
knowing
Armed men of the government.
knowing
And
what-
even while
knowing some of the things that come out of evictions, it was not a bad thing to have had security officers there.
No. So
to
security
be able
officers.
to ensure that the process went on as it should.
No, but you saw the looting on camera. So was that part of the eviction process? As we speak, a vehicle was looted from the CDC headquarters. The police were written the Minister of Justice. That vehicle cannot be. You saw a tow truck went took a vehicle from there. Our headquarters was systematically looted. Was that part of the eviction? No. So the government should not hide behind a court case that is still pending before the Supreme Court. And the government even moving in there to do what they did with the massive deployment of troops was contrary to the Liberian Constitution. And all efforts to even get the Ministry of Justice to put a stop to what they did, they still went ahead and tried to hide behind the court while we have our appeals pending at the Supreme Court of Liberia. And so what's going to happen? Are they going to restore the Sycamore tree that was destroyed? It will win the case at the Supreme Court? No. So definitely it was malicious, it was politically motivated, and it's a serious abuse of the judicial system. You're trying to weaponize the judicial system, interfering with the judiciary.
We will come back to all of this. Let's enter the CDC itself. I listened to Councillor Kofa yesterday, the man heading your headquarters project. It appears to me that you didn't do the right things. You set the cat before the horse, and you really seem to have wanted to just prove a point that you wanted to build a new headquarters because breaking. The next thing should be what's going on, but you've just submitted your plans to the Ministry of Public Works and all those kinds of things. Engineers are coming into the country this week and all of that. Why did you do that?
So again, I don't hear the construction committee of the party. So the chairperson already provided you whatever necessary briefings. So what we can say to Seditians and the Liberian people that the project is on course. We are not in competition with the Unity Party. The project, we have broken grounds, and then the construction project for the construction of the CDC new national headquarters is on course. The chairperson of the committee provided the briefings yesterday. We are on course with all of the timelines for the construction. So we are in competition with ourselves. It's our brothers in the Unity Party that are trying to compete with us.
What I'm trying to say is there are things you were supposed to do.
So you are trying to go into the details of what's happening. So I'm not here to go into the details of the committee's work. That is quite unnecessary.
No, that is beyond the committee. It was a party approval. That led to the groundbreaking.
So what I can tell you is that the committee chair, presented yesterday. The project is on course, so there's no need for worry. The timelines, all the timelines have been set, and we are well on course with construction.
What if Public Works says whatsoever you submitted as a building plan or whatsoever doesn't align with what's supposed to be there, and
well, again, I don't want to go into the technical details because I don't have the technical proficiency. So then I try to sway the discussion. If you want a discussion,
it is an issue about planning.
No, Julius.
It is an issue.
That we have a whole committee of engineers and planners. So I'm not here to discuss the work of
it is not about the details of the project.
That's what you're trying to do.
No, I am concerned that.
So you should raise those issues.
Yeah, the
party chairman, I'm telling you that from the briefings I've gotten from the committee, the project is well on course. So whatever all the processes, they were all capturing the timelines and the deliverables.
Yeah. So as the chairman, aren't you concerned that you broke grounds before submitting your whatsoever plans to Public Works?
No, so what I can tell you is the committee presented a whole elaborate plan, and as far as we know, and as far as the party is concerned, all the timelines for the delivery, everything is intact. So the project is going to be delivered. The project is not at risk. The project is going to be delivered on time.
Don't you think that should happen before groundbreaking?
So it's quite unfortunate that people will try to be. I mean, again, we are a political party, but what I can tell you, Julius, and what I can tell citizens who are the major stakeholder in this project, that your party headquarters project is on course, it's not at risk, and everything, all the timelines, the committee said the project will be delivered in 12 months, and that timeline is well on course for delivery. So, Julius, that's what I can say on that. Based on all the technical briefings that I received from the committee, the project is well on course.
Now, besides that, there is also the commitment about the county headquarters. How are you going about those?
So the CDC started the issue of the construction of a party headquarters nationally as far back. You know, we have a land and a foundation in Kakata. We have acquired land. We have land in most parts of the country. In Sanikuli, there's a land. In Janta, we have a land.
I remember you doing a dollar rally way back. We don't know where that.
So that dollar rally was intended to fund the party. That was not meant specifically for the construction.
No, I mean, way back. I think it was.
So dollar rally, the dollar rally was.
It was a very.
No, the dollar rally was intended to work for the operations of the party. And the party, listen, Julius. No, Julius. The dollar rally was in 2016.
Yes.
And in 2016, after the dollar rally, in 2017, we defeated the City Unity Party after 12 years. And look at the margin we defeated them. So anybody who try to raise argument about dollar rally, then you're not reading, correctly and from your political lenses. Because the dollar rally was a major impetus that drove the CDC to resounding victory in 2017, and we defeated the Unity Party. And I heard the Unity Party chairman.
And you were in power, and they came back and whipped you out.
So I want for you to take a comparative analysis. See the margin we defeated Unity Party in 2017, and see the margin they won back in 2023. That tells you that the CDC is very close to power than the Unity Party. So the Unity Party will come back and win by a very narrow margin. So why about us? We defeated these people by a very wide margin in 2017, and they managed to win by a slim margin in 2023. And somebody in their imagination is saying, "Oh, CDC cannot come back." You are living in utopia, because the CDC is just 20,000 votes from the executive mansion. You are 200,000 votes. I don't have the exact figure. You are 100,000 of votes from the executive mansion in 2017. And we are 20,000 votes. But in your thinking, and you think you have the capacity to stop us from coming back to power, you must be joking. And again, Julius.
According to UP Chairman Tape, you are experts in opposition politics. That is your area. That is where you belong. And he, as long as he's chairman of the Unity Party, they will continue to whip you. You're not winning any presidential election.
So you see, again, you need to take the Unity Party is how many years old? 40 years old. And we are 20 years old. So if you justify, you do a comparative analysis. Again, they say they can't intellectual, but it means they're not thinking. Because we begin to kind of 40 analogies. Because we were in opposition for 12 years, and we defeated you while you led the country, and we defeated you by a very wide margin while you sat over power. And then we led the country, you engaged in a lot of lies and innuendos that made you to win a narrow victory that's within the margin of error. And because to strengthen the democratic credentials of the CDC, the president decided to even concede before the final announcement of the result, which is the highest form of democratic credential that could be exhibited by any president, any sitting president. Because I think it had been the Unity Party in 2017 that had that kind of close margin. They would not have surrendered power. But we surrender power with a thin victory on the part of the Unity Party. That's a clear demonstration that our democratic credentials have been strengthened, and is a testament to our political maturity. contrary to all of the lies and contradictions that the Unity Party is trying to preach. Because you say, okay, we belong in opposition. You don't have any evidence to show that. You try to pin the CDC as a disruptive party. No, the new CDC is not disruptive. And that's why we are allowing you to fail in your own incompetence. That's why you cannot use the CDC as a scapegoat for all of your failures. All of your failures are because you do not know how to govern the country. You are using trial and error. You are trying this method, trying this other method. Whereas you have been quote-unquote experienced. But to the contrary, you are trying this, but it doesn't work. You go here, you are gallivanting around the place, violating all the laws of the country, harassing peaceful citizens, harassing motorists, and violating all the laws of the country and trying to mortgage the country again. The Unity Party for 12 years has 68 concessions, and where an international report came and said only 2 of those 68 concessions met the minimum requirement under Liberian laws. But today you see the Unity Party is in a rush to mortgage the country again, and they will be resisted using every available legal means. The Unity Party will not be allowed to mortgage this country. For 12 years, you hear that the country was coming from war. You mortgaged the country. You gave out 68 concessions in billions and billions of dollars. And when we left power in 2017, there was nothing to show. We had to come to practically rebuild the system from scratch. But today you are pretending that you have the answers to govern the country. No, you do not have the answers to govern the country.
They could also argue, just as you said, they did not fly into 2024 but build upon what you left. They could also argue that you built upon what they left.
Of course, we built upon it, and that's why we were not disruptive as they are being. We did not come and try to tear down everything. No. Although they didn't have a payroll for 12 years, they ran the country without a national payroll. And there's no excuse for that. And we came, we had to build a payroll. A lot of things they didn't have.
Are you serious about that?
Of course, ask them. They didn't have a payroll. There was no payroll. You have multiple payroll regimes across the government. The CDC painstakingly built a national payroll, consolidated all the wage arrangements, and created a single national payroll that was auditable. Before the CDC, the payroll of the government was not auditable. It was not auditable because there was no payroll to audit. But the CDC came in under 2 years. We painstakingly created a national payroll. We started remitting the total amount for NASCOP. You need to invite NASCOP. Ask them pre-2018. What were the remittance of government to NASCOP? And post-2017, what were the remittance to NASCOP? Why is the remittance now? Why the remittance the Unity Party inherited? They will tell you. There's a marked difference. And that put even NASCOP on proper financial footing.
Now, he also said that you all don't have the intellectual calories as compared to the Unity Party, so they cannot copy from you. They are better intellectuals. They are better strategists.
I would tend that
and all of that. So
I would tend that reckless arrogance coming from a failed regime, a regime that should be concerning itself with solving the bread and butter issues of the country. A regime that does not understand why it is. A regime is a trial and error regime. Because if not, they would have done a proper procurement process for the yellow machine. The yellow machine would have been here today. They would have done proper processes. They have violated all of the laws of the country. They abrogated by removing 10 officials. They targeted Liberian diplomats that were deployed. They even started Ambassador D. Marvel Sakeme that engaging politically motivated prosecution of former government officials, which is very, very sad. They should focus on solving the daunting issues of the country. To the contrary, they are actually taking the country back and trying to hide, behind these.
When you talk about bread and butter issues, electricity is a part.
So the guy who sits at the LDC today as managing director, you need to invite him and let him tell you the strides the CDC government made to bring electricity to where it is. The beginning thing they need to ask them who built it. So we had done all of the heavy lifting for most of the things you see happening here today. The Unity Party needs to be innovative because they are building on all of even the roads that they're constructing, all the concessions were signed. All these road contracts were all signed. The funding were already identified. But they are so myopic that they do not want to even acknowledge that a government existed that took the country to 2024 before they took over. They are pretending that they flew and come to 2024, and they are ignoring all of the things. You talk about the water, the pipe that was built up, stabilized, was controlled by the CDC government. So most of the infrastructure things that you see, they need to take a public building and construct.
And so, good evening, folks. Welcome, Vic Sibling, to BKS TV, and welcome to the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullet. In tonight's edition of the show, we will be hosting Mr. Prentice Doma. Prentice Doma is one of our panelists on the show, but tonight he appears here as a guest. He's from the angle of the Unity Party. And yesterday, as you may be aware, United Party held fundraising and the GB rally, something like that. So Prentice join us here tonight on the Heat Hour as we discuss the program yesterday across the 15 counties, especially in Nima, the significance of that program as compared to the major things that are happening in the country right now. I, for once, I appreciate them for having that program, but I have one major concern, one major question that I'll be asking Prentice and the rest of the UP folks. Do we consider or choose GB rally over the country's reconciliation? Best to my knowledge, since the Unity Party-led government took over power in 2023, there have been no reconciliation program held across the country. But yesterday, across the 15 counties in Liberia, there was a huge program. Bone County, Hahos, Lofa County, Bassa, best to my knowledge, too, did the same. But again, election is over. But I must admit, man, in this regime, I'm seeing a lot of people focusing still on election instead of trying their best to reconcile the country. So a lot is going on in Liberia. Bring to join us here tonight on the Heat Hour as we discuss the program yesterday. The CEO is here. CEO, good evening. Welcome to the show this evening. How you doing, Chief?
We doing good. I'm doing good. We missed you yesterday. So
Yeah,
it was.
Mhm.
No, go ahead.
Thankfully, I'm back. Yesterday, I had some little current issue from my end, technical one, so I was unable to appear. But thankfully, I'm back on here, and we are here again tonight.
Yeah, and thanks to my picking Cyrus and Siawete, and they built me out yesterday. We had the state actor, my picking Alfonso Porto was on too last night, but the network was giving hard time. Our guest has some abrupt engagement, so she has promised to appear tomorrow. Yeah, but it has been great. The show was good, and we have Mr. Prentice on here today. Welcome back, my man. We miss you. We miss you dearly.
Yeah, see you. I miss the entire team too.
What happened to Prentice? Was that Prentice were coming back?
We're putting a lot together, and sometimes life gets complicated that we have to go quiet for some time. But I miss the entire team.
Prentice Mona, and not bring out your team here tonight. More fini any, my man. We advocate for that team. Mona, what about 10%?
My man, last night you're not on the show. I followed the show religiously, but I understand where you were, and we got all of the details regarding your entire activity last night in Kigali.
The man. My son sent me up yesterday. I think he said show. I'm not ready for the show. I was not prepared for the show, so I was just relaxing, thinking things were going the way it was supposed to go. But when I made up my mind, it was late. I call nowhere. I said, But what happened here? Not knowing my picking, he said current well.
And he using JP or that current go. That JP everybody complaining about. Even AEC stay away Monrovia now.
You see, the problem of Africa, our major problem is electricity and that of internet. no matter how it is, we still face the problem everywhere. Even though here is stable for the most time, but at some point in time, we experience the same thing that happens in Liberia.
Yeah,
But again,
but
Prentice, it's great to have you on here tonight, my brother. Even though the money end, I don't know whether you carry our 10% to the church today to pray for us, but I want to discuss it in the backyard. But it's great having you on here. How have you been? How is a new job, my man?
Making talk about we moving, and we thank God for the breath of life, and we're trying to adjust to every new environment we find ourselves in between school and the professional setting. It's been a while. We've been down, so it will take time for us to adjust, and there where we are. But gradually, we getting fit in.
Thank you for being here tonight. See you before we go into the discussion. Let's get to you. Let's hear you, Chief. Anything for
yeah,
your
yeah. I want to also acknowledge Prentice. Prentice, before I talk to you, so yeah, I want to show you something here. What am I showing here, Jion? Don't mess my thing up. I'm trying to show something to the man. There you go. You see, yeah. Oh, the man, take it for now. You see. Jerry, you see what the man did? Prentice, the man took my stuff on there. But anyway, thank you so much for the work that you've done, and behind the scene, as they can say, making tall. You've been one of the architects behind the scene. We because of you, we were able to have a successful groundbreaking ceremony in Kanta. Thank you for all your work. I know you are a silent soldier. You don't talk, but you do the work behind the scene. I want to say thank you so much for that. Yeah, but again, we miss you. We miss your contribution here. Your intellectual capacity has been missed on here. The contribution you make, people really, really admire that. You are one of our soldiers. We appreciate that, and we look forward to having you back consistently as you are now engaged into other professional settings and school. We understand, but we look forward to having you again. But welcome back, and I think it's going to be a really good conversation here tonight. We look forward to having our other hosts, our other panelists on here to help push the argument, the debate, and the conversation further.
Thank you, CEO. And I trust, once all necessary adjustments have been made, I will convey, time that I will try to make more, appearances here, because despite everything, we consider this platform our own. It is something that we're all building together. So at some point in time, once I'm available, I'll always be back home for us to discuss.
Thank you, my brother Prentice. Thank you for being on here tonight. Those of you following us on Facebook and YouTube would like to say welcome to the show, and those of you listening to us via Radio 2 this evening, through Voice of Tapeta and Voice of BKS in Butu Town and Tapeta City, respectively, would like to say welcome this evening to the HITAL program. On the HITAL, we say dialogue and our confrontation. We say words and our bullets. In tonight's edition of the show, we have our panelist turned guest for tonight's show. His name is Prentice Doma. He's the Nima County Youth League Secretary General for the Unity Party. And tonight he joined us on the show as we discuss a couple of national issues. I know some of these things he might not respond to it because of his professional setting. But basically, the rally yesterday has been the talk of the town since yesterday up to today. I know the entire week, beginning today up to Friday, will be the rally across those counties that had the rally yesterday. But while the rally was going on, I don't know, after the rally, Prentice talked to his Facebook page. And there I want us to start the conversation from. And he wrote some few paragraphs there because of some technical issue. We cannot put them on the screen, but let me read it for you. And if you want to read that too, you can go on our page. I tried getting it from his page this afternoon, but I think he took it down. I don't know why, but it's on BKS page.
I didn't take the post down. It's still up.
Okay, great. So you can still go to Prentice Doma page. You will see it there. Yeah, or you can go on BKS TV. You will see the post there too as well. Let me read at least few of it, then we can start a conversation from there, my brother Prentice. Yesterday after the rally, you took to your Facebook page, and this is what you wrote. I closely follow the UP counties, Lofa, Bong, Bassa, Montserrat, and Nima pre-December 6 rallies today. Comparatively, the events were momentous in all other counties except Nima, where there was vivid evidence of our long-standing debate that the Boakai regime is loved by Nibadians, but most appointed officials from the county have no relationship to rally the common people. And in protestation of this concern, the common people, most of whom overwhelmingly supported our rescue mission in 2023, shied away from the GB rally. The venue of the Ganta GB rally was a scene of attraction, overwhelmed with only fancy cars and high-profile government officials, as there was zero grassroots supporters displayed. This is an undeniable fact. Now, Prentice, let's get to you. What led to this post?
You're muted.
Yeah, thank you, Junior. The post is self-explanatory, and anybody who reads the post, you understand exactly our own position over the past time regarding empowerment opportunities for supporters of the Unity Party in Nimba and across the country, and empowerment and employment opportunity for young people specifically, because that's the facet of the party that would provide leadership to. And in no uncertain terms, we've been very clear that the people of Nimba, they genuinely love President Bouaka and their own son, the Vice President, Honorable Jeremiah Kwan. But disappointingly, the Vice President has been able to lobby, for some other Nimbayans to have more employment into our own government. And the president, in his wisdom as well, under this leadership, they have been able to defeat, or defeat what we experienced in the past, for which Nimbayans overwhelmingly supported them over the CDC government. And one of our main arguments was that Nimbayans were not in much strategic appointed positions under the WIA government. And we sustained that conversation until Nimbayans reasoned with us and brought to power, the Unity Party-led government. And to get our people reason with that conversation, the president and his able vice president, Honorable Jeremiah Kwan, they have been able to give Nimba more strategic appointments. Unfortunately, you will come to understand that those appointed, most of them lack a relationship with the common people in the county. And not just that they lack relationship with the common people in the county, they are making no effort to ensure that they strengthen ties with the supporters of the government back home. So, like what we saw yesterday, there's this system of athleticism that we've observing in the circle of Nimbayans appointed, which we think if care is not taken and if we cannot erect the necessary checkpoint to call them to order, it will hamper the Unity Party and its alliance members' future in Nimba, because these are some of the things that we saw before, during the CDC regime. And I think that's what separated the Unity Party from the CDC. For us, from the Unity Party, we're very bold, and at some point in time, we muster the courage, even if it comes with some other consequences. But it would be better that we speak truth to power, and that was just what inspired the entire writing yesterday. I followed the show religiously, like I said. My big brother Alfonso Porto, he was on the show saying the rally, the essence of the rally was not to pull crowd, but to raise funds. While it is true that one of the essences of the rally was to raise funds, the December 6th homecoming of the Unity Party. One of its main essences as well is a membership fund drive. That's why you see right now the party is making advertisement or doing huge publicity towards membership and due payment. So if activities leading to December 6th at the county level, we are providing that as an excuse and shying the common people, because we shying the common people away from supporting our party back home, then there's something wrong. And we think we need to call our people to order to say to the power that be, Mr. Vice President, Mr. President, you are not the problem. The people of Nimba love you. But most of the people that you have in power from Nimba, they don't have the relationship to mobilize, to rally the common people for any cause. So that is a very bold call that I've been making over the past time. And it was interesting to know, I remember quite a few weeks back, if you follow the entire drama that unfolded, which at some point in time, I want to make it very public, the vice president had to intervene. I remember I was in Abidjan and the vice president called me when I made that decision to step aside from the fundraising committee. We had a conversation and he was like, but Prentice, you have my contacts. We talk. If you had any kind of issue, why couldn't you reach out to me? And I was very bold with him. I said, no, Chief, there are certain things that we shouldn't be bothering you about. And that's the honest fact. There are certain things, most especially low-hanging fruits, things that you will see young people regarding empowerment and steady opportunities, where we have people that the vice president has struggled and endeavored. He recommended them to the president, and they're not in any way supporting the government at the local level. It is troubling. And when we see a program that what happened yesterday, and the common people, they are protesting. They don't have to go there holding banner this and that to say this is our concern. For the fact that you had a pretty sunny afternoon. Watch what happened in Grand Bazaar. Grand Bazaar, it was raining. The people were under the rain. Watch what happened in Margibi. Watch what happened in Monserrado, in Bon County. Those people came out. But interestingly, in Nimba, you could not even put about good 100 common person. Spark around LPNC Junction. How can Unity Party that's maintained grassroots support across Nimba impose war like from 2005 until our political union, our political marriage with the MDR? The Unity Party has always been a rival party to a Nimba-based party. So you be all by yourself as a strong support on ground. Then we have a political marriage with the the MDR. And you saw how overwhelming and prosperous that marriage turned out to be during the 2023 election. After 22 to 23 months later, we cannot feel spark entertainment. And somebody wants to say, oh, we only want to raise money. Yes, one component of, or one important essence of that rally was to raise funds, but as well, another major component is membership drive. So if we see that the common people not coming, they're not coming to identify, and there's a problem. And to put ourselves so that tomorrow posterity will judge us, we have to, make these calls publicly. Because most of them, they are very inaccessible. You call, they're not going to pick up your call. You text them, no response. So it is through the media that we're able to communicate. So it is better that we voice it out publicly so that they hear us. By whatever means. We're not saying we're not going to do anything to please them.
So Prentice, one may say one of the reasons why the turnout yesterday in Nimba specifically was poor, and across the other counties was poor, is because the Unity Party-led government is focusing on herself instead of the country. What do I mean? Since the Unity Party took over as a government to lead the people of Liberia, the election over in 2023, they took over in 2023, 2024, the beginning of 2024, but up till present, there have been no reconciliatory program held across the 15 counties in Liberia. But currently, the Unity Party-led government is having homecoming in December on the 6th of December. What say you about that too as well?
No, if you talk about national reconciliation, national reconciliatory program, I want to disagree with you, Genial. The government, through the president, you know, there have been several activities initiated towards national unity and national reconciliation. And evidence by that has been the reburial process of some past presidents, including former President Doe, who didn't have grave at all. And that took place in Grand Judea, where we saw stakeholders from NIMBA moving over to Grand Judea.
Let me come in there. Yes. Let me come in there before you end your thought. Is that what you call reconciliation? Now you having homecoming program, December 6th, Unity Party homecoming. Across the 15 counties, you are having GB rally across the 15 counties. Now you're talking about someone who died in the late 80s, getting reburied, and a country reconciliation. People from Unity Party, people from CDC, people from ANC, people from MDR, all of these people, they are disenchanted. What are you doing as a government to bring these people together?
Gino, the first thing, reconciliation, national reconciliation and unity is not an eventual process. It's a gradual process. Some of the very ones that we refuse to address over the past time has been the long-standing dispute between the people of Nimba and Grand Judea. And that perceived disagreement has transcended to our generation. From as far back as former President Doe and Tomo. These are some of the things that came and crept into our generation. So we have a government that believes that we need to go to the very root or the bottom of our country's disunity and lack of reconciliation. So the president and the government, you know, as a national government, they have been addressing some of these issues. But like I said to you, it's not going to happen overnight. Furthermore, if we were to talk about our current political landscape, I think the current regime has had more soft spots for key opposition figures, most especially from the CDC. Since our political landscape is dominated by the Unity Party and the CDC. More soft spots. At some point in time, even some of us in the party will get angry. But in as much as we are angry, that is a step towards national reconciliation. That after election, they will say, okay, even though this person is from this party and you have this person from this party, let's have a government of inclusion. And over the past time, even though it affects us, and we in the party, we've been crying about it, but that's a major step towards national reconciliation. We didn't easily get to see that between 2018 up to 2024 until President Bouaga took over.
Taking you back to Nima County, with the issue of reconciliation and the pre-December 6th rally. Yesterday, Senator Samuel Koga wrote on his Facebook page, this is what he said. Wow. So we were not invited by the Unity Party Nima chapter. And then Actor Wogbe, who happened to be one of the head of the GB rally yesterday and the upcoming December 6th homecoming for the Unity Party, he also wrote on his Facebook page. And this is what he said. Yes, Unity Party Nima chapter will not invite you because you are a political deviant and it is punishable under the Alliance Party Constitution. Now, what say you? Your leaders, those you are in marriage with, those that are also in position from the Unity Party, you guys are going at local here. How will this homecoming be?
Gino, first, I would want to handle that at two fronts. One, that the MDR have shown huge support to the process. From last week Saturday cleanup exercise, the MDR represented by its national chairman and other national executive committee members, they were at the Unity Party headquarters. Even at the very GB rally that some of us have issue with the turnout by the common people, you had, leaders from the MDR there, Representative Marcia, Ernest Marcia, or Honorable Tuan Glikia, they're all been giving their support. So deductively, one can reason that, the MDR is on par with this ongoing endeavor. So maybe for some other political reason, Senator Koga decided to make a social media post. So he could be the best person to interpret that. But he comes from a political institution, and that is the MDR. So when we see all of this support, this trend of support from top executives of the MDR, it implies that Senator Koga or the MDR has been on board. And,
with this post,
regarding
from Atta. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with Attor's response, I think at some point in time there are certain things that we need not to respond to. Most especially that as a governing party, we will need all alliance members. And Honorable Koga is a major player within the MDR. The second most important alliance member next to the Unity Party. So if Senator Koga makes a poll, we already have the GB rally going on. It makes no difference to make another post countering, what he said. Mind you, if we are smart enough, we will come to understand that Senator Koga will be the only elected official in Nimba who will not be seeking re-election comes 2029. So our relationship towards 2020, it will not manifest overnight, but how we act and react to situations now will tell who stays on board or not. Quite recently, when I made an appearance on OKFM, I was very clear that Senator Koga is who he is, and that's who, because of that kind of races of being very bold, the vice president, all of us are campaigning to ensure that he succeeded. He replaced former, our former political godfather, Senator Johnson. The vice president was clear that this is Senator Koga. He's bold and he has some traits of PYJ. We all pick up the conversation from there. So this is somebody that we all regard to be very bold. He doesn't hide his opinion on issues. So if he comes to make a position on your GB rally, you could ignore it and go ahead with your program. But if we have to respond to everything at the end of the day, to have everybody on the table after we finish saying all of these things, we will find it difficult in the near future. And this is it. Senate, we have a vice president whose strength is outreach. And if the vice president could deal with PYJ, who in my view was the most complex political figure in post-war Liberia, and he enjoyed his support from being a representative to senator, and even going as far as taking over his party and later becoming vice president. It simply means the vice president has the ability to reach out to Senator Koga for them to trash off whatever the public perceives to be, some internal disagreement. Because he already knows that this is Senator Koga. We all said this is the president he's going to be. So all the other stuff, all the other responses on the side, they all don't just add up. Our leaders need to play leadership role. Because, mind you, this Senator Koga, from the very inception of our current president's ambition to become president of this country, he has always been there. From 2017, he was there. He decided to go against his own cousin, Senator Johnson, at the time, just to support former Vice President Bouaka. 2023, he was heavily challenging his party. And he had to use his own resources challenging folks in his party to the Supreme Court. And he won a case. The PUP official support, or not giving official support, that record is incomplete without the Koga's a role play. Because the PUP are nowhere in order, they have already taken the PUP to the CDC. It took Senator Koga to neutralize that whole thing. So for me, I personally believe that the vice president's strength is outreach. He will reach out to his brother and he will trash off that difference. Most of these,
Thank
so
you.
I thought it's my own good brother, but I think it response, it had no meaning to the entire conversation.
Thank you, Printers. I will stop here for now. We'll go to the CEO to ask his 2 questions. My brother Cyrus Daquan, welcome to the show. CEO, let's hear you, Chief.
So Printers, not many people have the guts that you have to speak truth to the power like the way you're doing, and I have to admire you for that, and I applaud you for what you're doing. What you're saying, most people are not saying it. They are saying it in the corner, but then they are not brave enough to come, call spade a spade to say exactly what and learn from it. So the VP grew up in Ganta, if my record set me right. Ganta is his backyard. The way he went, he did business, everything. There's the vice president of Liberia, the country. The musician Sao, S-I-O, whatever his name is, I think it was in San Nicolas, he went in by yesterday. The crowd at Little Ball Pool yesterday was more than the VP when the VP was in his own home. Right? I know he said something about it was a coincidence. He didn't plan on being at the GB rally. It was just coincidental, and he appeared there. Regardless of that, we should also know that these people came on this same platform, and they talk about this dollar rally, not dollar rally, but GB rally. They've been talking about it, advertising and all that stuff. So it was something that everybody knew about, right? And they had that thing there yesterday. It was not well attended, like you rightly said. Even though some folks may say the goal for that was to raise money, and my own Pekin Alfonso said they met the target. They even went above their target yesterday. But looking at everything that happened yesterday, and everything you also just said, the absence of the common people, the ordinary people, the grassroots at that event yesterday. Again, I don't want to bring family, including your own big brother, not being there as well yesterday. Does this in any way, shape, or form show you, was it a disconnect or a silent protest by our people? Are they sending a message to these people, or is that something that is worth overlooking based on what you saw there yesterday? The absence of the commoners, the regular people, the ordinary Nimba people who believe in Unity Party from day one.
So, CEO, what you saw happen yesterday quietly is what somebody like Prentice been saying in a very loud tone. There aren't opportunities at the local level for supporters of the government. There are business people who supported the government, and in return, they expect that there will be opportunity, there will be contracts available at the local level. They're not seeing it. There are students who supported the regime. In return, they expect steady opportunity. We're not seeing it. Some young people, they want to start businesses. They're not seeing startup grants. And perhaps one of the louder voice, Senator Koga, what he's saying, in as much as it may be irritating to others, it could just be subtle of what, or it could be part of what our people said in a very subtle manner yesterday. We're not coming. So it was just more than 85% of the very people who left from Monrovia. The cars were there enough. And you have enough directors, you have enough ministers, you have enough director generals. Because most of them, they're not able to rally the people again. Relationship is lacking. So it is nothing to take for granted at about this time. Since it is so early, we expect that there will be amends made. If not, Nimba could be a battleground come 2029. Nimba could be a battleground comes 2029 if care is not taken. Because if we have a government currently that we have more than 50 appointees from Nimba, and assuming each of the 50%, they were not even able to bring at least 10%. Assuming if at least each of the 50% were to carry 10% each order, they could fit the entire Spark Entertainment. But they couldn't do so. So there's a point for us to take you from and go back to do the needed correction. We to overlook the signal we saw yesterday.
Yeah, that's all I have for now. I will let the other people speak.
Thank you so much, CEO. Let's welcome to the show the Loom female, Madam Lorena Domke. Good evening, welcome to the show. My brother Cyrus, let's hear your two questions. If you don't have, you can make your input there very shortly.
Thank you, Junior. Good evening to the CEO. Good evening to my brother Prentice Doma, and good evening to our listeners.
Hey, my brother.
You know, to admit, Junior Prentice and myself have been back and forth with issues. We've always disagreed, but I admire him. He's a brilliant young man. As a matter of fact, I like his business, and I like his boldness. I like young people who are not fake. When people are fake, it hurts me. He is a voice that our society should listen to. I'll be asking two questions in the meantime. And the first question goes like this. Printers, the issue in Nimba, most of the time you listen to people who are around power. You listen to them when you don't support the United Party or MDR, they call you names. They say you hate Nimba. You are not good. You are evil. They call people names because you do not wish to support United Party at the moment, or you are not convinced. You don't have reason to do so. But I've been thinking, your big brother Roger Doma is not evil. He supported Unity Party. Roger has credential. Nobody will use our credential team to say Roger does not have credential, will not give him job. And he's not evil like Cyrus Dangwan, who does not want to support his own people. Roger did support Unity Party in 2017. 2017, 2023. And Roger is a taxpayer for the Unity Party. He's not evil. He supports everything about the party. You know, why I can't comprehend why is it the Domas support Unity Party? But why is it in your case, people will come to justify and say, for Prentice, he's smart, he speaks well, he's eloquent, but he does not have credential. Even though Yeke Sekwi does not have credential, he doesn't even write anything on Facebook. They use other AI or they use people to write for them. But Yeke is the operation manager for LPRC. He goes on with a lot of money, even though he's already a millionaire. But a Prentice Doma, a gentleman, a struggling child that should get such opportunity to help young people, does not have that opportunity. And Kubokro Dora then will justify and say, the gentleman, we've been searching, but he fit anywhere. So why about Roger? What crime did the Domas commit that they can't be forgiven? So as to convince people like us who have not supported our own people before to come on board this time to say, well, we'll support this process. What's a crime? What's going on?
I think regarding my family role within the Unity Party and after elections and so forth, it is something that I would not want to comment on, and I really hope you respect my opinion on that. Any other
Sure,
issue
sure,
regarding?
sure. I do. Okay, my second question would be, you know, in Nimba now, the way the conversation is going and looking at President Boyka's age, even if you don't love Kun, people who do not like him, you because of Nimba, you might think to say, listen, let's take Kun from out of the picture. Let's try to make this sacrifice for the county, you know. And if such conversation is had, people will want to know what they are getting involved with. People will want to know the kind of opportunity, because nobody is going to support anything to say, oh, I'm supporting because of Nimba. No other person, President Braga, I've always said this to people. President Braga did not contest because he lost Liberia. He contested because he interested at the presidency. The VP interest at the vice presidency. Everybody who supported the president gets some kind of interest. You know, I see a lot of them. I see that display of arrogance, people all over the place bragging. Other people said yesterday that our campaign, and because they did not pull crowd as expected, they came back to say the VP was not even invited. He just went there. You know, all those things are happening today. Nimba is toxic. If people are not saying this to the VP, Nimba is one of the toxic counties in Liberia now. The country is infested with hate, real pure hate. That people from certain side, certain angle don't want to see other people. Like if you print this for instance, the way you support CDC or Unity Party, I'm not sure you are too clear with some seditions, you know, and that's the scenario in the county now. The county is hugely divided. Gompu Kagon is not around. They are around Musa currently. Garrison Yellow was at governance commission. You're talking from there, you say he did not support your party, he violated code of conduct. You know, Tepu Zuo was at LTA. You're talking from there, and when you're taking the bias for job, you don't think that your argument can be about the vice president does not have a
No,
pointing
man,
power.
LT, what that the push way was Otaru. It was Otaru.
So that one title, sorry, so that one titles. So when you're hunting the bias out of job, the argument can be the VP does not have a pointing power. That can be the argument. But when the vice president does not carry the bias to fill the vacancy, then they will come up with that argument. For with all of what going on now, if things remain as they are currently, with the kind of toxicity in the county, certain people don't speak to each other, certain people are their number that their property, that woman they get to there and say I'm born you that your property, take care of it. With the kind of activities in the county, do you foresee NIMBA coming together for us to work on a bigger picture that people talking about?
If there's one attribute that I know about Nimba, it will be that Nimba cannot be manipulated. And I say this to say that the people of, I hope you all get it, man.
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah.
So Nimbians cannot be manipulated. So what you saw yesterday, and followed by my own reaction to that program, is just to avoid some of the things that we see if care is not taken in the future, some of the embarrassment that we'll have to face. That's why I've publicly asked our big people in government to rethink, to reassess, so that we can be able to reclaim Nimba. If not, I've said this and I will say it again. Nimba will be a battleground. Because of whom much is given, much is expected. So Nimba literally took the 2023 elections to a runoff. When the whole of Liberia was getting results, they were waiting on Nimba. And Nimba delivered the presidency to President Walker. And at that point, the expectation was we have a vice president. So much will come to Nimba. Right now, we can't argue that NIMBA has not gotten anything. We have gotten we have gotten a lot of strategic appointments. I want to be clear on that. But those people folks in those positions, they're not relating to the common people. And that is the problem. That is the foundation of everything that is going on. So until we can have the issue solved, the issue regarding reconciliation and unity in the country, it is one key thing that I would suggest our leaders also look at. Because see, everybody on this platform, even in the media, I know I have several people in the local media. Even in NIMBA, the media is divided. You go to civil society divided. There is no spectrum of NIMBA, not just political party. That's why you see today civil society doesn't have representation on the county council. Because even civil society failed to settle for internal wrangling. And for almost 2 years, civil society, they prefer not having representation on the county council. You go to the media is heavily divided. Talk to folks in the media there. Then it becomes among we the politicians. So there's a need for us to unite. We can't hide it. That is something we must be honest about. We can't hide it. NIMBA needs to come together.
Thank you.
And I've
John,
said this, and I always say it.
John, let me make my follow-up play. I beg you. I want to get it in straight. The jobs are given to Nimbaye. If you look at it from a statistical point of view, you will get to understand that the jobs are given to either MDR or FOJ. United Party as a party had supporters in NIMBA when even the VP was not a United Party person. They had typical United Party people that today, when they are in communities, people identify them by the party. And one of which has to do with your big brother, yourself, DK on the show, CWT, a lot of guys, Bob Cato. Like in NIMBA, there are certain guys who have been involved with political for a very long time. Like in NIMBA, when you talk about CDC, people might go on Sam Takra. So if George Weah is in power, people should expect that Sam Takra and other people will be at the forefront. But with United Party in power, not MDR in power, so that United Party in power, you see that the real United Party soldiers, the people who fought from day one when President Baga was zero, when we were in the trenches at the time supporting President Baga in 2017, the very guys who are calling him names are the guys now that get the same job we're talking about. Even though they are Nimbayans, I agree and I support the fact that they are given job. But the party, it seems to be United Party people are ostracized. They are not even part of the process. So probably some of them are living with a hope that things will change. Why do you have comment to make on that? Why is it that United Party, the guys from NIMBA are ostracized from their own creation, their own establishment, and strangers are benefiting?
I will partly want to agree with you, and I will not want to, look for an external force to shift the blame on. It started from the very beginning, and mostly when it started, I will mostly raise there. By the time the first batch of appointment in NIMBA came up, you can check Daily Observer, Front Page Africa, they all have record on it. I outrightly talked to my social media handle, and other media outlets reached out to me. I said we were headed towards a time that the party would be defaced in the county. I said that. And it didn't even spend over 6 months. We lost our office in Ganta. We had to start lobbying for us to be able to maintain the office in Sanikode. We have a county chairperson He has an entity. According to him, he took 14 persons. 14 persons Chairman Bianga took to the archive, according to him. The only person from the party he took was our District 4 youth coordinator. The two of them from the same town.
Jeff.
So it all started with us. Even at the national level, there are strategic appointments that the president made of folks from the party. They're not coming back to the party. They're not relating to the party. They don't have relationship with young people in the party. So you even put them on Ganta ministry, they pass and like nobody, know them. So there's nobody to blame here. We United Party people, we causing it. We have a candidate chairperson who presides over an entity. But he has not been able to take one person along with him. Except, a good friend and brother who is our District 4 youth coordinator, and I probably want to believe the two of them are from the same town. That's all. We also have United Party people that are appointed. Go to the Ministry of Finance. They see what Honorable Bill McGill Jones. See what the folks from Bon County do. At the end of every month, they all go back home. Bill McGill Jones is the deputy for administration. We have two deputy ministers there. Originally, they're from the Unity Party.
So he leaves.
For me, I don't want to. So that's why I keep saying we are the cause of our own problem. Unity Party people. We get people appointed from the party, they're not relating to the local chapter. And that is the problem.
Thank you so much, Printers. DK, let's hear you, Chief. If you have questions, you can ask your 2 questions. If you don't have,
So my is that a question? Mine is to the guest today, panelist guest, my partisan.
Man, welcome back. We welcome the man back.
Yeah, welcome you back and we made guests. I knew this time was coming, and I knew Princess was going to speak. For me, I have been saying it. I will say it here every day. That United Party, they playing with. Anyway, happy birthday to Braga, President Braga. The treatment that United Party people receiving in the country and across Liberia, that Braga who signed it, that Braga who approved it. Braga doing it intentionally. You know why? He doing it, and his party, a country is stable. In the 2023 elections, Lofa was the most hostile place for Braga. But you know what? The old man has stabilized Lofa. Because in every 5 appointment, 4 will come from Lofa. And more than 4, at least 3 will be Gisi. So that how Braga had done it. On the other end, in Nima, when appointment is coming from there, and my dear people, Jekun is involved, that 5 person, 4 will come from FOJ, and the other one come for NDR also. Those guys, those United Party guys that were appointed in government, that the 2 you need, I found out, Jekun got nothing to do with that. 0. Those people, they are friends there. Anthony Maya and Gafuane, they are work together, went to school together. Depu and Gafuane and PK, those people are friends. They can get nothing to do with them. I challenge you and everybody around you. You get 0 to do with them. All the things Jekun can do in the country, like FOJ. But here's my disappointment, though. My disappointment is not in that so-called thing the day Nima yesterday. Because the few United Party people that were involved, there are some people will say, oh yeah, the people were doing the thing they're not involved. Some of them were coerced. They were ordered doers to do that. They didn't do it willingly because their face is not there. Tell me who really were managing our players. I thought what you want to talk about. I thought what new minister to step up for a United Party person. They made a certain minister of defense. They took it from him. You know what? I mean, bear with Jekun forever. Jekun could not go defend him. So he was meeting a certain minister job. They had to find something for him to report. The how United Party people have been treated. But you know what? because one of them get information about Jeku and PYJ there. When they dismissing Jeku had to fight to bring him back. You saw women play to that play yesterday? Yeah, I think when they will phone up after the pop thing you saw them there yesterday chasing their cat. You force something you call and Nima Solidarity Movement. You took job for your brother. Women play former National Secretary General of Union Party, former chair of Union Party. Oh, woman, not your blood. You not get no history with Union Party. You want to see them. You saw Roger there yesterday. And like I said, I blame no people. I blame only on Blocker. The party that were Blocker or who sitting down, the people sacrificed for the party and they were going to Blocker every week. Some of them were just getting what they made up there. Every time they go to see Blocker, they carry gift. They meeting our party. And so some of us say the very people who are fly by now partisan will be there. Oh, you hear another already one job? Because we own issues, so I'll not use the word there. I can use them on the phone. Because all the people listening. You don't treat all of that. That's some of us the only party we know. Some of us the only party we bear with. We struggle. My now disappointment is Senator Koga. Senator Koga, you got issue with those people, war them, face them. I say no face they're ready for. You know people, they're not a good thing because you say you want it, you don't want it, the men are crossing you up and down. That's your business. You don't want to be not part of our party. You're cool not part of our party. But be man enough. When you have this agreement, face the people. I know the sacrifice that will make in 2017. Koga was the only person that everything, even the shirt Koga was wearing, that was Baka, everything. When no was Baka running me. Those things were not possible. They were not feasible to do it when PYJ were alive. But he at PYJ, first president, we did that for
Yeah, I'm in networking Maryland, and Lone Star got some connections, so in network tripping.
I think that's the truth. Madam Lorena, welcome to the show. Let's hear you. If you have a question, you can ask too. If you don't have, you can make your input there.
Okay, thank you, Gio, and thanks to our listeners and followers. And good evening to Prentice, the guest of tonight, and good evening to everyone on the panel. I would like to start with the CEO. You know, CEO, and to everyone else, this is not a judgment seat. This is a platform that is meant for us to give accurate information to our people. And so we have to be very careful and very mindful what we say and how we want to say it. It kind of, I don't know how to say disservice or
You want off love, and then you will come back.
I don't know what I should say disservice or disrespectful for you to compare the arrival of SRO and entertainer who have been making, some people in Nima haven't seen, some people, you know, even in Moreover, some people haven't seen. So when they say coming to SK to people want to go see in 183, to compare him to say he even had crime more than a VP. You know, if we just think we are sitting on a judgment seat that we can say anything to people and just throwing anything out there, we miss out on a lot of things. I don't know, PKS was at PYJ Memorial Service. And you saw when the VP came, you saw how packed the place was. And the VP had told us on Wednesday or last week that he was now going to attend the GB rally in Ganta. And he stated, if you even go on Front Page Africa of yesterday's statement, he stated his reason. He said, going to Nima GB rally, donating Nima steering committee means I have to donate to the 13 other counties because you know Maserati is not part of the stuff they're doing. So he has said that. So we were sitting over there and calling him repeatedly, just show up, giving him power in manner, and you can the fire can start from somewhere where it start burning going ahead. And
Because
Senator
they don't have
Twain,
anything why come for her to fold out a seat.
No, what your name? Aman,
and
don't do
bro,
that. Let her.
if you want to be on a platform that you can just talk and hijack people's talk, you have to go for one ABC platform. But if you want to be on this platform, you have to be intellectual enough, control your emotion when someone is speaking. I started 3 persons spoke ahead of me. I didn't say anything. So will you just go to yourself when I finish, then you can talk. Thank you. So for you to say that way, and see you, I think it was not fair. He didn't go to GB rally. So he only popped in, and they did I even brought in because there were 3 persons who joined the Unity Party yesterday in at the rally. One of them, I think who is our friend brother from the US, C1K. So that's the reason why they say you are the most senior policy in the country. Come and receive your people. That was the reason when they won. And number two, the issue with Senator Koga, the MDR was officially written, and Councilor Kruger received the information, the communication, and he even called back that he received it. Representative Glikia was at the program. Representative Ernest Massey was at the program. And on behalf of the people of District 6, and Glikia donated $1,000. And then on behalf of MDR, he was speaking on behalf of Councilor Kruger. He pledged $2,000 to be picked up tomorrow. And then Senator Koga had sent a lady called Alinta. That lady went to the program as early as 10 o'clock. In fact, I thought she was one of the guests that came from Encyclopedia because people came from Encyclopedia. That's what I thought. Until later on, when Senator Koga made her post that, oh, people are not invited, this and that. And then when she went on the stage and she said, oh, I want to talk, I was sent by the senator. And everybody like, which senator? She said, Koga. And they gave her the phone to talk. And she said the senator had asked her to pledge $1,000 to be picked up on Tuesday. So Senator Koga was invited because he's a member of the MDR and his party received an official communication. And I always tell people that whatever that Senator Koga and VP Kun, whatever may be the problem between them, I really don't know to talk or take side or say, oh, the person has supported you. Even Senator Koga supported in 2017, just like the same way VP Kun supported the Unity Party in 2017. And I always say where they will sit to discuss, even their drivers will not be there. Even if they have the discussing car, one of them will tell the driver, "Man, get and go over there." Then the other person join a friend in the car and they discuss it. So we all will have to be, smart. We all will have to be sensitive. We all will have to know that we shouldn't put ourselves on the wall because we want to take side with somebody. So, and I can say yes safely that, and I even commented on the senator post. I say you were invited. For the fact that MDR was invited, and the senator knows he was invited. That's one. And the thing that has to do with, and this is to my son printers, when you say no common people, I saw your post last night, I just laughed. I said, yeah. When people get data, that it can be good thing. Like how I was sending from data yesterday in Ganta, I want buy data from my phone, I can't buy data. LPNC, they post it, they can't sell $5 scratch card. That dollar scratch card, and the dollar scratch, when you won't get a $5 for it to give you $5, they say no, you must put 200 over it. If our printed shoe yesterday, I'll be the very happy person. Printed had data, no had data. So printed said, no common person attending the program. But there were people, even me, the thing we should know is that was not just a regular political gallery, so people get go there and dance. So people were there, even me about 5 voters, people who are considered, say, I had 10 tickets. And I said, people who would not afford about it, I was just getting a ticket. There were 5 of them I gave ticket to. They I think they said they came from the low end. So people were there, and even if we got outside the fence, in front park, in front of this park or park, You will see a lot of people, but because the least price we have of our food, because it's a fundraiser, we're doing fundraising, we're not just gathering as because we wanted to support Unity Party. It was $1,000 Liberian dollar or $5 US. That was the least price. And the intent of this is for the United Party partisans and those who support the rescue mission. Like me, I'm not a member of either of the two parties. It was to raise funds, which we accomplish our aim.
I'm cutting you off, yeah. But I'm cutting you off. People are saying you surreptitiously joined Unity Party yesterday, so you should please make comment on that in your closing.
So the intent was to raise funds, and that was done because more than $2 million Liberian dollar were raised yesterday. Besides pledges, I'm not counting pledges because if I just calculate the pledge, who's that? Oh, if I just calculate, please call me Arena. If I calculate the pledges, it will maybe be hitting 3 million. So the intent was to raise funds. So people came, and then later on, how you call it, Jacob Wapo. He said there are people here who want to eat. They are out there, but they don't have money. So he made available 20 tickets. He bought 20 additional tickets after he bought a VVIP food. He made 20 tickets available and he gave to food. And even Yabuayu Yene, she also made 7 tickets available. And so there were people that who were not government officials. They were ordinary citizens of Nima. And you could tell from, they're not put me myself, some of them don't know some of them. Even the lady from SECPA who is Honorable Doma, I think her cheerleader, she was the one who even served me, working for SECPA, working for Camplay, working from other places. In fact, all the coordinators of Unity Party were at that program from a different district. That's where how Mr. Doma, because the organizer of the Nima program is another Doma, one of Printed older brother, Benedict Doma. He did a good coordination, and he had all the coordinators there. So that was the intent of the program. The intent was not to come to say, okay, let's see if Unity Party say has strength Nima, all the parties in your gather. If that was it, would be a different thing. So I just wanted to say that. And people talking about me wearing Unity Party t-shirt. In the first place on the show, if you have ever been on the show and been following, you will know that I'm on the committee that organized a program, for Nima. So, and the reason I'm on it because they reached out to me. Oh, like, want you to please be on the committee and play such role. I said, nobody said Unity Party. I'm not a member of Unity Party. And we said, yes, we know, but we want you to help. You support the rescue mission, we know you still support the government. And that's how I accepted. So, I accepted and I went to Nima. I can't go to Nima. Also, that I've accepted going from people officer to officer collecting money. Then I go and wear what do I wear? I wear school uniform or I wear one t-shirt. So I wore Unity Party t-shirt. I printed my dress shirt. I printed 2 dress shirts. I printed a white and a green. I'm gonna be wearing the green on the 6th. Just up who say because she wore t-shirt, but I am not. At least not now, and at least not up to 2026, a member of the Unity Party. Neither am I a member of the MDI. I saw Chris in the chat room that Chris, please give me change. This is not CDC Gallery. This is intellectual platform. I saw Chris in the chat that I joined Unity Party. I will not join a party, any party for that matter, and it be secret. No, it will be. I will have a whole press conference. BKS will be the first media outlet I will invite. So I did not join Unity Party. I don't have that thought, at least not now, at least not up to November 2026. But I am supporting them. So as that, I will not wear CDC t-shirt to go support Unity Party. Neither will I wear ANC t-shirt. I will wear it. In fact, I think I need to print the brown shirt for Friday GB rally because Nima is having one GB rally on Friday at Dupo Road. For those who could not go, Nima for transportation for other reasons. So that's it. And that's what I want to say. And print it, you advocacy, I always tell people you have to know your audience. You have to know what strategy to apply in advocacy. So sometimes I can post and you can even post equal to me. So I can tell people say I support him. When you're not causing people, I support it. Full chest. But I think some of your especially yesterday post was not factual because there were ordinary people there. So the point I was thinking the sangba, you call them government official too. So that's what I would like to
100%.
say. Your advocacy,
100%.
Thank you,
your
thank you, thank you.
audience, know what strategy to to use, and the rest of it. Thank you so much. I might be going out because I'm going to be going somewhere just now. I received,
Yeah,
and I think you
John.
saw my post. Yeah, I sent it to you to post it. You didn't post it. We just received guests from Ghana to partner with us for 2-day distribution
Let me
from
respond to you. Let me
mental health
respond to you. Let
product.
me respond to you before you go. Let
So
me
I will
respond
be
to you.
going to see them briefly rather. So I may not be on or be in the car going. So I may not be on.
Good.
So
Let me
thank
You
you.
gotta
respond.
be here will
Let me
respond. You
respond.
gotta be here will
You wait
respond.
now. Wait. Let me respond to you before you go.
Yeah, I think she left already.
Oh well, even she left. Let me respond.
We're going by
I'm
first
here.
come
See, you
first.
can go ahead. See you. I'm here. I just went put my video mute that on.
All right, thank you. So the reason I'm responding, guys, I just want 2 minutes to respond to her. She referenced me in her statement, and she talked about, she didn't know how
I
to
say
put.
I'm here. I'm listening to you. I just put my video off because I'm doing something. I think, like I said, I'm going to the hotel to meet my
But he is
guests.
speaking. He is speaking. Listen.
Yeah. So you know me very well, and everyone who knows me knows very well that when it comes to disrespect, that's something that is very far from me. The VP, I want you to know that he's our leader. He's a political figure, and I'm a Liberian, like anyone else. All of us, we all have that right to hold our leader accountable in a respectful and professional manner. I'm a son of Nima. He's my leader. I have the right to ask questions if I'm not happy, and I have the right to raise issues as long as I do it professionally. Um, by me saying that the attendance was poor, Printers was speaking about it, and I tried to reference that. Yes, I did say that it's the attendance was poor. The VP of Nema County, someone who grew up in Ganta, going to a GB rally with that type of performance, not performing attendance, was very poor. Uh, as compared to a young kid, a musician who went to Sunny Kule, who's not from there, he put out more crowd. I don't think that's disrespectful. That is not disrespectful at all in any way or in any manner. I never disrespect them. So the same way you have the right to speak on behalf of the VP or speak to it because you're closer to him, I too have the right to ask any questions as long as I keep it professional. And on this platform, it is not a judgment seat, as you put it. It's a media platform, and in the media space, I'm not a journalist, but we owe it to our people, the audience, to speak for them, ask questions, ask those critical questions, and bring up the issues. So I don't think referring to our platform as a judgment seat, I don't think it was a fair assessment on your part, especially you being a panelist.
Finally.
You do that to people all the time, to Senator Honorable Ability and everyone else that you disagree with here. You do the same thing. So if I come over and ask questions of my VP, going to a GB rally and I say that the attendance was poor, and I took upon myself, I sent a journalist there, one of our reporters there to cover the show, to cover it. And you come here telling us our platform, is a judgment seat or not. I don't think it's fair. All our leaders across the board, from the president to the vice president to everyone, we will make sure we'll keep them that feet to the fire. We'll ask questions and we'll keep it very professional, respectful to the highest extent. That doesn't make us judgment seat. We are just news panel, just like other people will do, Spoon and all those other guys do all the time. So I just wanted to make that point clear before I let the other guys speak. So I'll stop there for now.
Thank you so much. See you again, folks. If you're just joining us on the show, you're listening to the Heat Tower program. On the Heat Tower, we see dialogue and our confrontation. We see words and our bullet. In tonight's conversation, we have our brother Prentice Doma, one of the panelists on the show. But tonight, he's our guest on the show. I know all of us here have our 1 cent, 2 cent. We have our side to take. We have our point to make. But again, Prentice is the guest, so we have to give him all of the courtesy as we give to all of our guests on the show. Therefore, we give Prentice the time to respond And I think Prentice is gone. But Prentice, if you are there, you can come on camera and respond to Madam Lorena or make your point there before we go to Chris. After Chris, we will go to Aman Brooks, Aman to Saros, Saros Say Jr., and then Mr. Siawete Soge Tour. But while we stay await Prentice to join us, I think it's with all fairness that I make 1 cent to what Madam Lorena said. She made a comparison between SRO appearance yesterday. It is of no doubt that Ganta, Nima, is the home of the vice president. Now, when he went, okay, Prentice, you can go ahead right there, and let's hear you shortly before we go to the next panelist. Oh, Prentice keep dropping, coming.
Yeah, Prentice never giving a hard time.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but again, I don't know. We will stay here for our post analysis, so let me give the other people the chance to speak. And during our post analysis, we can have all of the arguments with ourselves. Chris Ely, welcome to the show. If you have I think Prentice is not here, so there will be no questions. So let's give you 2 minutes to make your point. After you will go to Ama to Saros to Siawete, and then probably we go for our post analysis where all of the times will be allocated.
Okay, thank you. Let me say good evening to the CEO and fellow panelists and this enchanted United Palestinians. You know, it's so it's a great thing that my brother, Doma Wakar will speak today. It's okay. I have one question for you, but that question will come after I've made my brief statement. That I'll push on my question. I'll be done.
But hold on one second, Chris. Printers, what's up with your internet? You got 2 minutes.
I'm back.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so as I was saying, my final position will be my question to Chris for now. For Printers, so for now, I want to say 1 or 2 things to Lorena. How will you wear a party in that part of a t-shirt? Your t-shirt and go somewhere in that part of party. I have that information as a CEO and she tried to oppose it. But we don't fair out with the party phone yesterday. I'm saying we have fear. How will you go wear so many party t-shirts in that part of party? Is that double game playing? Is that a double game? No, she is a member of the party, she had joined. And we know that for her.
Now I'm convinced that you are very obsessed with me. Because once you talk to me, I'm going to nobody said before yesterday, even the 3 person are drawn. So why you make me your topic and say I did not, then you say you want you convinced. Okay, Sarah was in MC yesterday and Sarah is here. You will say whether I feel a form or not. Because people go around lying on people. Unity Party is better than CDC. So join it, I will be very proud to say, but I did not.
CEO, that Lorena protect me now.
But no, you will not protect you.
So you are going to conclude. How they conclude? You are going to pray to me now.
CEO, when she was speaking, I'm going to talk today. I said no.
Let it show now. Let us see your garlic show.
Let's not make the conversation a dialogue. Madam Lorena appeared here. She said she didn't fill out Unity Party form. I don't think there should be an issue on the show for us to discuss.
Then why she want to share? Why she want to share? It's not for the party. She want to share.
It's not lying. If she doesn't,
it's a border issue. Dion, it's a border issue. It's a border issue with the Scotland Dion. It's a border issue with the Scotland Dion. It's a border issue with the Scotland Dion. We will not bow down to it.
Chris, we bring topic to discuss. Madam Lorena is not an issue here tonight. She came here and she made it clear that she didn't join the Unity Party. She wore the shirt because he's in alliance with them, and that's it. Go on to the issue. Leave Madam Lorena.
Chris, how many votes Lorena get? Are you hitting your head? Let people go to the issue.
Chris,
I'm back. Chris, can I conclude, Alvin? You're with Chris. You're poking on me. Let me conclude my thought. I hold your quote.
But Chris,
yeah,
no, DK, we can do that. So let's respect the Chris man. Chris, tonight we have our guest, our panelist, Printers is here. You know the topic on the discussion. It has to do with the people GB rally they did over there, the attendance and other things. You talked to Lorena clearly said that she didn't join. You cannot, with this not, as she said, judgment table. You can't come and make her to say what she didn't do. The woman already said I never joined, then you will force her to join by force tonight. So if you don't have anything to say, then we can go to the next panelist.
Okay, thank you, CEO. You know, collectively we cannot be casual another day. There are a few things I want to make clear here. I heard people saying that the issue in Ganta yesterday was
The man won't talk. The first thing I'm not gonna do that give me heart and
DK, you want to finish your point before we go to
that DK toy?
Yeah, DK comes through. You got Chris begin. I know you have to.
Okay, so thank you, Chris. I know Chris I will begin. So sometimes when you let him flow, you will calm down. When Chris have a point, one people not agree with him, he will always be there. So thank you. So generally, I was speaking about the attendance, and I'm here purposely to support Doma because I'm a member of the Union Party. I feel the same way he feels, and so that's why I'm only giving my support to everything he said. You know, one of my disappointment again was the faces of the people that were handling our process. Our loan fee make panelists continue to say she's not a member of Unity Party. She's a member of Friend of Kun. When we keep using Lorena as a face of Unity Party, it means we have no knowledgeable people to do what Lorena doing. And that's not Unity Party. And that's not Unity Party. My next thing is I'm seeing faces at our party rally, data rally, and they're seeing faces of the people who manage the PYJ funeral. It should raise alarm to us. There are people who are part of this Nima data rally or Nima GB sale that is seeing face from PYJ funeral. If you talk about political party in Liberia that have knowledgeable people resourceful, Unity Party is first. You don't pour at the back and use people who are not part of that face of the party. And my fear here that I keep saying is we'll be operating the same way George Weah them operated. That they have reaction as face of CDC. And so most of all who have sacrificed our time, our resources, and everything with the party, we have to say that to ring bell to our leader that the way the party is being run is not right. Hassan Kewu, a Unity Party B-man, they put him on the bench. And the Unity Party people from Cape Mon and everybody, they meeting that Hassan will be part of the play. They brought him. What happened to executive members of our party for Nima? What had Roger done to the party? That will keep it out on Roger will tell you, or you work with Roger, you support the treatment they giving Roger. That's why you laughing. Yeah, we don't joke here, we can get very blue. So I just playing for brother. So I think those are things that we need to say. And so when people in the party not saying it, you carry look at the Unity Party that you say Tony K, I don't know who the other one is. You look at it and say that man are intellectual. I'm not discrediting intellectual ability. But you look at Unity Party Nima chapter, and you brought somebody to GB Shah to join our party. If that man was really intellectual that you claim, that man that contested as senator must join a political party at GB place, that they beating GB, they rolling the team. That serious political man will join political party from that place. Who are advising them? You don't play that people eating and making noise. You join them, they say the man is a political guru, the man a serious intellectual man can join political.
I'ma please, you please mute Amma or you're taking off, man. Hey.
Yeah. So DK, look like you finished. So Gian, you can have to go to
Yeah,
silent.
I had to put Amma in the back for a little bit. So
So
let's
I'm
give
back.
you
I'm back, Junior.
Chris, let's give you 2 minutes to conclude on your point there, then we go to printers.
Thank you. I know sometimes we make our position, people think hurt. But in reality, we will still speak to the fact. I think the CEO spoke lengthily about the issue in Ganta. Uh, Along the corner area, GB rally yesterday, the VP went there. That means he went for it. We should not sugarcoat anything on the show. Along the refer to that area, GB rally, 5% went there. That means he went for it. People should not bamfoo us around here. Why we can't see the truth? If you feel one later to go, you could have gone there yesterday. But along that area was referred to yesterday, GB rally yesterday, he went there. That means he went for it. We're not going to sugarcoat it. So to my dear brother, brother Doma is not here, but I want to ask him this question. And people have been around the political arena, the corridors that have been marginalized today in the various countries, including his own big brother, Russia Doma. I want you to address the issue when it comes back. People will say they
before
don't.
you do that, he asked politely today that he's not going to speak to anything that has to do with his family and the relationship with United Party, so we should respect that.
Yeah, and I'm not going that route, but I just want him to just maybe to understand certain issue. So, brother Doma, you said that you first chair in Limba, and the people couldn't get a job. They say you have to go abroad and learn. You look for the scholarship, they can't help you. My question to you: in the difficult time you find yourself in, you maintain the courage to maintain your partisanship with the party. My dear good friend and brother, political reward is not in heaven, it's on earth. Barack Obama said, and I quote, if you in a political institution, you haven't treated the way you want, look for a new destination, new home. So to you, brother Doma, if this treatment continues for another 2029, will you still remain with the United Party, or you look for a new a new destination because political reward is not in heaven, it's on earth? Thank you.
You get new home for me?
I mean, that's CMC, man.
You get new home for me, Chris?
Yeah, as a question, we wait to get new home, either this or new.
Yeah, my man. Even my brother Amma, yeah, me and Amma, we mostly together. I respect the fact that we all come from different political parties and we always together. Yeah, but the first thing, there are certain ideas.
Yeah, man. The network. Yeah, that's when the begins. Stop it now.
Yeah, that man go break some more.
Am I there?
See, we hear you now. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, so I'm with the Unity Party, and I've maintained that we're not going to leave the Unity Party. But in as much as I'm not going to leave the Unity Party, we will be in. Identify the contradiction. We will sharpen the contradiction. And I like it. I like the way my mom put it, man, Lorena, that, in my activism, at some point in time, I should understand the strategy and my audience. And I think that is one thing that I've taken key. And, but I don't know how my mind expected me to address.
Yeah.
About 2-3 weeks and nobody comes to respond. And every other means that you're supposed to communicate with, have access to, with them directly, and I tell them what I have to say to them. The ones that I don't have access to, we put it through the media and then they get to hear us. So what I'm doing is a strategy that I know, is in place. and I understand exactly the audience that I'm speaking to. So most of the people you saw over there yesterday in Ganta, I'm not the only person. They don't answer a lot of people calls. Folks who supported and brought the regime to power. They are inaccessible. They are uncommunicative. Not living exposing them. So they listen to us and decide to do what they're supposed to do for the common people that supported the regime in Nimba. We will keep the fire on their back. And if they don't pick up our cause, we will be in the media with them. As of next year, after the first quarter, if we don't see any change, we will start naming and shaming them. Our research will go as far as their earnings and everything, and how it's not benefiting the common people. So this is not just something we started simply because of GB Raleigh and so forth. We support the process. We want to see our party headquarters across, but we just believe most of the people around the process, they don't have what it takes to rally the common people. And I don't want us to have the literature that it was just about money. Raising money was one aspect. The December 6th homecoming, that why you see the national leadership currently, they are providing information regarding membership. Why you think you're talking about 3% coming to join? You think the motorbike riders that didn't support us 2023, the marketeers that didn't support us 2023, most of them wanted to come and join us? Or we are now limiting our party to, clique or some form of athleticism that because somebody came from America, we should get a privilege, and they came from America, they're expressing interest. You think somebody in Jacob market wanted to come and join us? You think the motorbike riders that didn't support us, they wanted to come and join us? Or only people coming from America? So the strategy is clear. And my brother Chris, I'm not leaving the Unity Party. We were the Unity Party. We will fight inside. When there are times to disagree, we will disagree. If we have access to these leaders, we will talk to them. If we don't have access, we will come outside and we will talk. And the strategy is just clear about it, Mama.
Thank you. Amma, let's give you 2 minutes to make your point, and after you will go to Saros to Mr. Siawete.
No, you go to Siawete first, so Saros came last.
All right.
Happening in the back.
Thank you,
Ambassador.
Thank you, Ambassador, and thank you, CEO, to the rest of our panelists and our guests tonight, Prentice. I just want to say thank you. You know what Prentice doing? It remind me of our days back when President we had took over. You know, I live in Congota and being executive of the party as a national militant chair. President we went and appointed Moni Katen wife Ade Jones Katen as the commissioner of Congota. Unknown me, not even aware, Mageda did that appointment. As to my grand to President, we cannot live in Congota, then you appoint commissioner of Congota without us knowing. And this is the person, this person is not a face of the CDC. And Congota is the home of the party. We stood our ground. When the president said for us, she even Monica went and sue me to court. And the president said for me, I said, Mr. President, we supported you for all grounds of identifying with the commoners, not to be how you call it with the elite. And President, we have reconsidered a decision. Immediately, he asked us at the executive mansion at that time was still foreign affairs. And asked us who want to be a commissioner. I said, how you call it? You can take people from the party, and they took one of us who is also a Nimba Man Suku and making commissioner of Congota. You know, you can disagree with your party. You know, people there like Lorena there, they don't know what people there like Prentice there went through in this time. You see, when I sit down, I see people there like Prentice complaining. The program yesterday is just a clear-cut failure of Senator Nyan Thorne. You saw Bonkante program. Bonkante program, Senator Prince will march with group crowd from a house straight to the program. and they have the program open for everybody. You take a serious party like Unity Party in Ganta, in Nimba that we know. You go till them, carry them in one fin that they can't even feel with the 50 chair that there. It's just a rejection. It's a clear-cut signal that Senator Yang Tuen has betrayed the Unity Party force in Nimba County. And it's clear-cut that this is why I said yesterday, Unity Party is there. Let them stop pretending. Unity Party is there in Nimba. You have right now in Nimba, you have CDC, MDI, and CMC. You either join the JKUN movement or MDI, you be part of Friends of the Jerry FOJ or the JKUN movement. The thing of the Unity Party is in the past. And this is why a historical faces of the Unity Party. This is why making people then like Printers angry. You think Lorena will ever be angry when Unity Party is dying in Nimba? And it is a shame. And people in the party, if they are not calling such a people, such a traitor, such a chameleon people there to order, Printers, you need to call people there like Lorena to order. You cannot be how you call it people there that sacrifice 6 years. You know how Printers then stood their ground 6 years in this now. Unity Party dollar rather when you were in opposition to raise campaign money for Bouaka. It was Printers then that led it. In this town, CEO, young people in politics that don't know us, that don't interact with us, they don't pass 10. So we know conscious-minded people there that can stand their ground in political warfare. And Printers is one of those. Senator Yang Tuen is a total failure. CEO, the program was completed until I have people reporting, even from the VP fund reporting directly to us. Video from the VP fund. The VP got disappointed from the poll 10 out. He sent people to the program poll 10 out. He never wanted to go there because of the shame. You know, when we started to reporting all over the entire, they say VP, when you now count the disgrace will be more. Because Sedition are now saying that the program is empty. How will you have a program of dollar rally since in 2 years the party have not even reconciled partisan? CEO, now district coordinator of the Unity Party with their leadership, they reached out to us yesterday, expressing their frustration. Zuna has in Ganta of the Unity Party and exonerate leader in Ganta Sanikule.
When you say they reach out to us, are you talking about CDC or STAN?
CEO stop. The STAN is a civil society group that I am a proud member of. I'm me an executive. I have won convention in primary in this town, uncontested in the CDC twice.
Go
ahead. I have my legitimate, my constitutional tenure.
Conclude for us in 30 seconds, Emma. We have to go.
So, what just happened in Nimba yesterday just show how much Nimba is now happy. And let people stop pretending that Nimba is happy. Nimba is never happy. Look at Siawete uncle, fatherly uncle, was a minister, cabinet minister. Wale Sewa Duna was a cabinet minister. Siawete look in your face and say, I cannot leave the Unity Party for the CDC. So, uncle, you are my father. You and I will band together. I will disagree with you on this. I am staying with my party. These are the courageous young people. You look at them, keep them at the back. Lorena, then we were passing all around in America. They don't even know Nimba County politics. They don't know Liberia politics. You there. They will planning your program. They are leaders who are sitting down on the table deciding where your money goes, but they are probably saying that they are not member of your party. You're joking, Printers. Your party is there in Nimba. This is why you are angry. You are frustrated over the battle. I have a question to ask you because you are a friend of brother and a brother who I have so much respect for. I don't doubt their leadership ability. And like I can tell you, you are a very promising leader of Nimba. This is why they keep suppressing you. Thank you so much for being courageous and speaking truth.
Thank you so much, CDC Amma Brooks. Thank you for being here. Cyrus Say Jr. Let's give you 2 minutes, Chief. Let's hear you. You are muted.
Cyrus, you are muted.
Don't mute me. You muted me.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I was saying that it is the host who muted me, so you should try to unmute me. But I'm happy. Let me say hi to all of you. It's a pleasure being on the show, and let me appreciate Prentice for coming on the show and expressing the real Unity Party person that he is. Because for us as a party, we are an institution. We speak truth to power, and we always try to find solutions internally. So I appreciate the fact that he was able to speak his mind. And we've always encouraged our partisans, no matter what your position is in the party, to be bold, because when we get these feedbacks, then we'll go back to the drawing board, re-strategize, and come back stronger.
Hey, Cyrus,
But
I don't need to cut you off here. I know this is your first time. Do your audience the favor to at least give us a brief introduction of yourself, just a little introduction of who you are.
Okay. So my name is Arosaro C. Jr. I'm a Nimba citizen. I come from district number 7, specifically Saklipi City. I'm a member of the Unity Party. I'm the head of UP Media in Nimba. I was strongly and heavily involved in the planning, the coordination, and the implementation of the program yesterday. Siawiti and I are on the same committee, the very committee that Prentice resigned from. So I come with a depth of knowledge about the workings of the Unity Party, the level of organization and implementation of the program yesterday. And beyond that, I think I'm prepared to respond to a lot of other issues that have to do not just with the Unity Party as a political institution, but with the overall performance of the Boakai Kun administration in the Republic of Liberia. So yes, it's my first time coming up. I know DK been trying a couple of times to get me on the show, but most times I'm on the wheel. I'm moving from one place to another, and then there are issues in some places with electricity and network connectivity. But I'm glad to be here. I intentionally wore my green to further demonstrate that I am a green man right now, and I remain a green man for a very long time to come.
Thank you so much for that introduction. That I just wanted us to know you a little better, and then even for the audience as well. So you can go ahead now with your point.
I appreciate you. So the first thing is, I want to say this. I'm not a spokesperson for Lorena, but Lorena did not. In fact, nobody filled in membership form yesterday at the occasion. And for Brother Chris, who was making that kind of accusation, for me, what I love to do mostly is to let the facts speak for me. He said that he got information, he got membership form that Lorena filled in yesterday. And if I were him, I would save the energy. I would not stress my nerves. I would just publish that membership form, and then Lorena will be the one defending the rest of it. So I think he's making the argument too long and too boring, especially when he has said here very openly that he has membership form in his possession that Lorena filled in. Why can't he just flash it? That argument will be dead. And then to the brother from the CDC who spoke, saying that over 9 coordinators of the Unity Party reached out to him yesterday that they were not happy. I would also just like for him to name at least 2 or 3 of the 9 coordinators that reached out to him yesterday. Then we have an argument to follow. But other than that, we will not be interested in the normal psychometry argument that you will just come and throw out information and expect people to run with it. Having said that, I believe that as a political institutions, we have issues, just like any other institution, and probably including this very network that we are on. I don't know your managerial and administrative issues, but in any human institution, there will be issues. As a party and as a partisan, Cyrus have had some issues. I've raised those issues. I feel, for example, that right after the election, as a political party, especially the NIMBA chapter, we have not been able to bring the forces together. We had auxiliaries that work. We had even the very party structure across the 9 electoral districts and then across the administrative districts. I have been saying and thinking that we should be able to bring everybody together and maybe to just assess the 2023 process. People got different views, different approaches, and when we bring all of those things together, we'll be stronger as a political party. I have not seen that in NIMBA. I have followed it in Bonk. I know at one point the Bonk citizens came together to raise money. It was a rally that they had even long before this December 6th was announced. And when I saw that in Bonk, I raised that argument. Maybe Prentice and others who are in the party's chat room in the county can attest to that. I think we needed to do that long before yesterday and even before December 6th. So that is something that we will accept as a shortcoming as a political institution. And I can say for a fact that while it is true that I saw it being done in district number 4, I think we needed to have done it as a county first, before it can spread over to the rest of the electoral districts. Having said that, the program yesterday had some issues. Some have been raised. Lorena has responded to some, but I think she's on, or if she's not on. Since Lorena, this is my homework appeal to you. You are a fanatic of the rescue team. I heard you saying right now that you support the ideology of the president and the vice president, but you have not joined the Unity Party. I will sincerely appeal to you to join, because for me, when somewhere I just want to be there one time. So you are working with the party very strongly. I admire your energy. I've seen your efforts in many places. So it's just one stone throw away. Just ask for the membership form. Maybe the team can forward it to you. There's nothing wrong, like you said in your statement. The Unity Party is by far well organized than the CDC. So there should be no harm. We will embrace you even more than the other folks who came up yesterday. So yesterday's program, as others have said, the presence of the vice president there was not part of the original planning or the original strategy of the program. And like the VP himself said in his speech, he had gone to NIMBA in remembrance of the passing of the late Senator Johnson. And that because he was there and we heard that he was there, he needed to show up and greet the rest of the partisans. The objective was met in several ways. In terms of fundraising, yes, the committee will be officially, updating us tomorrow about the figures we've gotten there. We went beyond our target. But in terms of the aspect that Prentice is talking about, I will agree with him in some ways. The vice president is a force of attraction. And Prentice is very clear in what he said here. I gathered from him that yes, the vice president have made several other individuals. They too should make others. So maybe based on their interactions, others who have even been thinking of joining the party or who have not come will come in. One thing I noticed from a very clear and sincere perspective is that some of the guests who came to the party kept themselves in the cycle of the VP. The other went on the farm. They were there with the VP waiting to come to the program along with him. I openly expressed it to a couple of individuals, and even last night after the program, I had a discussion with some people. When you're in the county, whether the VP is there or not, you should be visible, you should be accessible, you should interact with the citizens, because you will also be building your own sales with them. I've been in NIMBA since the elections. I walk in the streets of Saclay. I mostly don't ride motorbikes. Even in Ganta, I walk a lot of time because I believe that when I walk, I interact with people more, I hear from them, and I'm able to address some of the issues they have. But there were common people in good numbers. The publicity team did a lot. And if I am telling you that a good number of our colleagues who came were in the proximity of the VP, then the question now would be, who were the people who filled the place before the VP came? It is the very common people that we are talking about. Did they come in the number that we expected them to have come in? I would say no. We have filled that place, and even beyond that, I would say yes. Are there other issues that we need to go about to resolve? I will also say yes. Then how do we go about resolving those issues? It is by listening to views like the ones coming from printers and others who are speaking very sincerely from their heart, and then addressing it as an institution. But the party is alive. It is not dead. I would disagree with the Havlad brother who continues to say that the party is dead in Nima. And I think if there is any party that will need to have an obituary for in Nimba County, it is the CDC, because the last time I checked, I think it they need a system, but everybody with the other seat. Thank you.
Nah, not in CDC. That MDR, my man. Nobody.
Real quick, Junior. Real quick, Junior. I want Cyrus to clarify something. There is an open secret in Nimba that Cyrus is not working in the government, even though he's supposed Unity Party. And part of the reason he's not working is not that he's not qualified. Like, all of you listen to him. He speaks well. He's brilliant. I don't know why Roger people are all brilliant, but he's not working because his attachment with Roger. And the frustrating thing is that Cyrus is being paid by Cole Mempe Gono with our people's money. Cyrus, why will you allow yourself to be breading on our people's money when you should make your way in your party to get job?
So very quickly, I don't know if you say your people money and then whether I'm not part of the people that you're talking about. I just wanted to say that in passing. And then we have something in this country we call the Freedom of Information Law. It is a law that you and any other person can use to request information from public officials or people who are executing functions that have to do with public funds. I will say here for the record that I do not work with Superintendent Omiape Gono. In my intro here, I said I'm the head of media for the Unity Party in Nimba. Superintendent Omiape Gono was appointed by the first partisan of the Unity Party that I work for. So it becomes compelling in my role that I will also stand by her, especially when she's doing things that we could not see during the regime of Boke da Boke. So that I'm visibly and always on the platform promoting the good works of the superintendent does not necessarily mean that I work in the office of the superintendent. And thank you for bringing this question forward. It is an opportunity for me to say on this public platform that I have absolutely no official function with the superintendent as a staff or being paid in any way from her pocket or from the coffers of the county. While it is true that I'm a citizen of Nimba County, my role in promoting the work of the superintendent is an extension of my duty to the political party and my obligation to my county as a citizen and somebody who supports development that is very clearly, communicated and executed. I don't work with the superintendent. If you doubt my information, I don't want you to be the guy who said he got his Lorena membership form, but he don't want to publish it. I will advise you to utilize the legal instrument which is the freedom of information. No, I've addressed it. So use the freedom of information law, but then I've also told you I don't work with the superintendent.
Thank you, Cyrus. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, before Celtic come on, I just want to say, Cyrus, again, this is your first time, but I want to publicly acknowledge I admire the way in which you convey information, regardless of the fact that folks disagree with you and all that, including the party, the way things were done, the whole assessment of the GB rally, the way in which you address it. If everyone else could address it like that, or not only just the GB thing, but other issues that have to do with Nimba County, that have to do with the party, if everyone could use something similar to what you did, it would take us a very, very long way. I just, again, hats off to you. I admire the way in which you convey the message there. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, CEO. Even though I've not listened to how everybody has been conveying the message, I am speaking based on how I see it, and so my information is not in response to how any other person has been conveying the message, but because I clearly said I have not followed how others have conveyed the message, or whether they said something different from what I said. If that is brought to my attention, yes, I will look into it. But as an institution, and this is why we continue to encourage everybody to be part of the program that has to do with the fundraiser, because by doing that, you will be amplifying your voice. Tomorrow, you will show a receipt. You will walk to Senegole, knock your chest, and say, "This party headquarters in Lima that stands here, when it was being built, I contributed as a member of the Unity Party." And this is why I was really, really touched. CEO, let me say this, that the t-shirt you see on me went out of supply even before yesterday. So yes, we have this issue with partisans not working. We have this issue with people not being satisfied, because in most cases, like I said, we have not been able to assess the situation after the elections. But we have a situation where the partisans are saying, even though we get something in the party, but the message we convey to the Liberian people that got us being elected was not a fake message. The government that we sold to them at the time during the campaign is living up to the promises that we made to them. So when I walk to Bue, a stone throw from Segleve, I knock my chest and tell the people, yes, the party that we stood here and told you to vote for, the government is delivering. And we are saying we are not yet at the point we want to get, but we are not at the point we were when we took over. And somebody can tell you, yeah, my son, our reward and our cocoa there, we get plenty of things to tell you. So yes, the partisans have issues, but they are happy with the government.
Thank you.
Thank you. The government taking most of our time, man.
All right. Thank you so much. I think it was up to you now. You can go ahead.
Thank you, CEO. I mean, where's Printer? Oh, he's off. I mean, Printers lay out his point, and I think nothing much to be said. And I just wanted to give a little caution to we that are on this platform. I've observed that I think it got to be public because we have said on numerous occasions. I think we need to also give our CEO and the host, and the cutter say we are all responsible people on this platform. Where someone will speak, and then they say, "Oh, it should not be this way." I mean, we are entitled to our opinion because, I mean, with no disrespect, people won't do that on spoon. No. So sometimes once the CEO can even spark a debate on this platform, it will be a debate for a whole night. The vice president or the president is now a sin. So anyone can criticize the vice president. So it should not be the point of contention where when they call somebody's name and it become issue. No. For me, I don't want it to be on this platform. Printers is my gym brother. From the time I knew him up to now, I can say literally, I the one actually brought him to the political scene when he came to UMU. So I mean, we don't really say that publicly, but we have some way going, and I know him to be very objective, young man over the years. So we don't even call each other by name. He called me CEO, I call him vice chair, most of the organizations we are in. When Cyrus was speaking, I look at one of the points that he stressed out about partisan, how the leadership are now putting partisans together. Look, like DK said last night, there's nothing here about the Unity Party that some of us were not involved or are not involved. The issue with the Unity Party in Lima, there are a lot of potential leaders that are disenfranchised. They don't have job to do. Today, you see people like Nelson Banga to ACAF. It was at the mercy of some of the parties in the Unity Party, on the hierarchy level. The entire Unity Party wanted to be on the local government. They could not get the opportunity. The only argument was, oh, they wanted to set the basis of the party, and in fact, they want to balance the country and all of that. So those are recipe, and for people being angry with the party. Because if the mayor is not in power, how do the mayor even contribute to what is going on? Most leaders in the country, can you imagine the county leadership, the entire leadership? Only Nelson Banger could get a permanent job. Just of recent, you have Morrissey, who is the Secretary General, and was a commentator at the County Services Center. So, I mean, people should not make the thing like everything is rosy, everything is cool. No. That's why some of us, when we speak sometimes, they say, oh, my man, we not understand you. I mean, no one carry me to Unity Party. I always told people, no one carry me there. From 2011, no one carry me there. If I want to leave from Unity Party to NET, I'm not consulting with anybody to say, oh, I go and consult with this person. So the meat of the discussion is that people are not in power. Nelson wanted to be superintendent in that country. It was a battle. People fought Nelson until he at the mercy of other people, he got the superintendent position. In fact, at ACA. So when you see people try to be very pretentious about what is happening is alarming. So the program yesterday, Lesaro said, I don't know, he did not disclose the amount, but my brother Koto said we raised over 75,000, and that is good. 75,000.
The rest of 300. The rest of 3 million. I can market. The rest of 3 million. I can market. The rest of 3 million. I can market.
So for me, sometimes the reason I'm tired late because some of these conversations are two ways. If we are not careful, we make mockery out of ourselves, or we make people to look out rationally or irrationally. Because if you look at the program, look, Printers, Kato, and the rest, and Murphy, I'll call their name. Before the election of Senator Twain, some of us we were very bitter. And Printer was there in our meeting, Murphy and the rest of the guys. We know what Senator Twain did because some of us did not believe in him. But at the end of the day, we supported Twain because that was the mandate of the party. Some of us are not supported Honorokun before, but when Honorokun came to us, that was the mandate of the party. We are not with the Unity Party because of Vice President Kun. No. We are not with the Unity Party because of certain people. No. So if you see what is going on in the Unity Party in Nima, I mean, it's of no secret. We supported Twain today on this platform. I have invited almost all of the bigger guys on this platform. They have attended to this, to this platform. Have you seen Senator Twain here on this platform? He always gives excuse. So you will deduce how his leadership style is. He becomes so pompous. I mean, once he get position, but we're waiting to see 2029 when he coming back. Because now most of the young people who talk to, the elderly people, they are not coming back. The men are now, justify what people were saying. So, I mean, on the overall about the Unity Party situation in Nima, the partisans are not in control. Because if you look at the combination of
Everybody not supporting ya. That's why you saying that breaking news here. We want to put it on our page.
No. I'm saying that's why I'm not saying that. You don't want to pick. You want to make news for me tonight. No, D. Look, that's not an argument. Look, if you see the list of Senator Johnson, right? I'm just saying this to say when you are a leader, you should be accessible. That's one of the challenges that we had as a party. People who should be in, look, Senator Johnson, you call him at 2 a.m., he will answer. He will call you at 3 a.m. You will discuss for the longest. He don't have boundary of who he calls. But today, call Nyan. The last time we spoke to Nyan, either he will see it, he don't respond. And so that senator, we are invited on his own Nima platform. More than I don't know how many times. He don't appear. What relationship Nyan get in Nima? We are hold this for long. So who you think Nyan could go? The issue yesterday, it was not about the money, but who to appear during the program. the visibility. There was no visibility. People want to pretend about it. Unity Party that we know, you get a chairman, you make him, I know, vice chair for what? Then you make Yan Twayen. Yan Twayen, by party, how they call position, he should be an ex-official on the committee. He can't be the chair over a chairman on a steering committee. Go to Bon Country. That's what people did. So Nelson Bianga and the rest of the party leaders, they are being overlooked. Most of the party leaders are being overlooked. And when you see that, they will not speak out because of the position and, you know, they hold. And you see Nelson today, you made him vice chair for wetting. Vice chair for steering committee that is about a race fund. Look, if people don't know Nelson Bianga, the entire Zoge, upper Zoge, his father served there. He got a very huge constituent. And who people had to rally around at the end of the day. See, yesterday you singing your own samba. It was laughable. But I mean, because of the sake of the party, we will keep fighting to maintain and, you know, the image of the party. But a Unity Party cannot work on and, you know, the structure in Nima and what is going on, I'm telling you, the party will be heavily resisted. There's no secret about it. We thank God that we raised on the 5,000.
So Tiawete, I wanted to provide a point for you to conclude, please.
Okay.
Tiawete, don't blame ya. You got to talk about I know Nima. She's sitting down to back our office there, creating lists that people are so self or steering committee. Who know that guy in Nima?
No. TK, you're not getting
who appointed those people on committee?
DK,
I know nothing about Nima.
DK, just get my point, right? DK, you know we have had a lot of struggle, right? I know. Look, what I'm saying here, if you get my point, as long as Corpus Christi, let's assume that she's sitting at the mansion, but she feels that once the president is a senator, but I'm saying Honorable Twayen does not have a relationship right now. So how can such a man lead a Unity Party program in Nimba? You don't have it. Look, you don't have the confidence of the people. Men who don't answer call. How many presidents you can call besides people who come on the, you know, come around here? So that's the reality. If you give people the opportunity to serve, you can get Nelson Bianga, you get people that Odisha Dolo and the rest of the people. Did you hear Odisha Dolo? Odisha Dolo and the rest of the folks. You will not hear them. So the thing about, and you know, Corina feel that the man is the senator of the country. So he should have that control. But he don't have control. It was very shameful yesterday. I'm telling you. People want to pretend about it. There are a lot of work to do. So the next phone radio or maybe other program to come, Enyan is leading that charge. I can tell you for free. The image of Unity Party, it will be zero. If they can work on it. Nothing to pretend about. Nyan is he has justified to me over time that it's not. For the fact that we will invite Nyan on this platform, he has not come more than how many times? No time. So that means he don't even have that connect with the people. At the end of the day, he just go, he's seeing he come out. No. That's not leadership. So for me, in my mind, the program yesterday, we know that the Unity Party is a unique party. That's why some of us, we don't support Unity Party because people going, people coming. No. We are connected to the party, we speak our mind. And to conclude with this, the Unity Partisans are people who, when it comes to even the dismissal, you go in our various chat room, we can put fire until they dismiss you. We can go after you. We can go after you. We don't pretend. So you see, United Partisans pretending maybe that certain thing they don't just want to pull out. But with the program yesterday, if you look at the facial appearance of the vice president, you will know. My own big brother Depu, I never seen him dance in gallery. The man woke up yesterday to dance. It was compelling. It was compelling. So I mean, we just need to work on things. There's nothing to actually, beat around. We know the strength of Unity Party in Nima. CDC is not around Unity Party in Nima. My cousin he knows that they are zero. So our party remains strong. We got a number and everything. Cyrus, y'all thank you very much. Say Lorena and the rest of the folks. But the only thing now, the way you can just say you want our committee and you want John. I know why. Wait now. So you want to be you exonerate here?
Just take over.
Thank you. Siawete, thank you very much. We've gone out of time, therefore we'll give each person 2 minutes to make their parting comment. We'll start with you, Prentice, our guest. If you are there, you can come on camera to give us your parting comment in 2 minutes. And nothing above 2 minutes we will go over here. It is almost 3 hours in the show. If Prentice is not around, let's start with you, my brother Cyrus Dankwan. After Cyrus, we go to Madam Lorena. Madam Lorena to CDC Amabro, to DK and the rest of the folks.
Thanks for the opportunity. Since the time is limited, I'll be asking some rhetorical questions. Maybe the Unity Party guy will answer in their closing. So one of the questions I want to ask, I want to join the Nimba team. You know, I want to stop fighting my own people. Where can I go to find space to survive? Is it Unity Party or FOJ? I want the question there. I want to come with degree in there, I be suffering and thing there. You say printing and get degree, you can't get job. The other gentleman from Royal Side who spoke there, he even spoke more than people with PhD. Because of a Roger attachment, he can't get job. So a Dan Kwan who has no record of supporting the guys in power, I don't know which side I'm thinking. The last night, the see where myself were lecturing, I'm thinking, which side can I take down to survive with him and people here? I should go to FOJ that is now a political party, or I should go to Unity Party. So I think that one of the questions I will be asking. And the point I want to make, it sounds laughable when people come and say the party they have is unique, when they brag about sophistication. How is it a sophisticated party? Because Gafwan took money from our cover, our national cover, and distributed it on counties, and they are pretending that they raise money. How is it even possible that some of those guys are called appointees? Most of them are not earning $2,000. Most of them are just bluff. Most of them just wanted President Parker to put their name on e-marshal. Some of them getting $750, $1,000. They just get that green letter. So for people like that to raise 75,000, what? It means something is happening. So if such money can come from government official just for yesterday, and guess the hypocrisy about this whole thing. You get Prince Joseph who mayor the man honor his grant. The only property the man has that the world knows that institution in Ghana. They play close. He mayor to be ministers. He made you to be directors. He made you to be commissioners. All the good positions you hold. He made somebody to be vice president. Every time the students are crying, the gentleman appeared the last time. The gentleman said, I think they need just $30,000 to even start. $30,000, something as little as $30,000. That the VP can even something today and say, let the school get open. Nowhere the money can be found. Nobody has the cash. Now,
Thank you.
Unity Party had to organize program yesterday to raise money to build party headquarters. How is it even an urgency, Prentice? How is it an urgency that Unity Party, as sophisticated as it is, as you guys claim? How is it that University of Liberia has no pin? The University of Liberia that you use on Facebook, taking University of Liberia picture, the school is not up to standard. There are no chairs. The bathroom are not correct. So the bathroom at University of Liberia, everything fixed there. The building is fixed. So to close real quick, I want to join you. You need to reconcile Nimba. You need to get rid of these fake people. I don't like people who sing praises. It hurts me to see, like, Prentice. To be honest with you, I will apologize to your big brother, Roger Doma. I will reach out to him. He must have been going back and forth. Marina then used me against the big brother. We've been going back and forth. I regret my action. I will reach out to him. I pity his situation. You need to get rid of some of these fake people who go around, people who see nothing wrong with leaders. I hate people like that. When leaders are on the wrong track, they say, Chief, this thing you're doing will bring you down. And the same thing OCDC guys did. They never saw anything wrong with we are. They were
Thank
clapping
you.
their hands. How they say that our president or even dead be dancing buga, tell people there, oh, Bagu, all kind of fooling things. Now,
Thank
we
you.
are today, we are is relaxing somewhere and people making mockery out of we are. We should not even be discussing about United Party. United Party was dead and gone. But because
you,
of
Cyrus.
greed, because
Thank
of
you, Cyrus.
hypocrisy, because of arrogance, United Party was revived because of CDC weaknesses.
Thank you.
You see, that listen to the guy from Rochester, how the guy spoke, and people got justified. He not get judged. Then he too, as a young man, called me. I bet taking our $600, giving it to him every month.
Thank you,
He
Cyrus.
receiving it.
Thank you,
That was-
Cyrus. Cyrus,
it's
thank you.
discouraging.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Junior, who's next?
We should have gone to Prentice, but Prentice is not around, so maybe you can make your closing there before we go to Mana Lorena.
No, I think we should go to the people that have a network problem. Let Cyrus go. I think he's off and on. Then we can go to Sis Lorena, and then from there, I won't mind going last.
Okay, I think Prentice is here. Prentice, go ahead, Chief.
I'm making my concluding statement.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
The network. Chino.
Go
It's
ahead.
me?
Go ahead, Prentice.
Who, me now?
Go ahead and make your
I don't know.
conclusion in
You
2
getting me?
minutes.
I'm not hearing any other person. So
We
let
are
me
hearing
reconnect.
you loud and clear. Okay, go ahead and reconnect. Cyrus say, Junior, let's hear you make your concluding statement there in 2 minutes after you go to Mana Lorena.
Thank you very much for the time, and let me appreciate every one of you. I'm enjoying my debut appearance. I hope with time we can do more of this. So I will again say that the party has had some issues, and I expressed some of those issues when I was speaking. I think that we haven't been doing well with outreach after the elections. And so, yes, there were some notable faces. And some of those faces are people who guide some huge or number of followers, and that when they are around, and a lot of it, to me, does not have to do with the chairmanship of Senator Twain on the committee. When I say, for example, that after the elections, we have not had the time as a party to call our district coordinator, everybody in one place to sit and review the process, know where we are now, and plan where to go next. I was not referencing the position of Senator Twain on the committee, but I am looking at the entire institutional challenges that we have had to keep the partisans together, that today when we say let's do this, we'll be able to do it in unison. So that has done it, other counties are doing it. I saw the other time district number 4 in Nimba doing that. But again, I am saying that while I'm commending district number 4 for that, I also strongly believe that we have had a broader consultation as a political party first before going down to the individual electoral district. So we need to move on. But in the midst of that, we like to commend the partisans for showing courage, for showing commitment to the party, for owing on to the government that they brought onto power by trying to step aside from some of those little things that we have mentioned, that, oh, yeah, we're not working, yeah, we are challenged, yeah, the leadership has not come to us. They didn't hold these things into consideration so dearly. They came out, even though not as others expected, or that I myself would have loved to see, but they show up, they pay their $10 for the t-shirt, they pay their $5 for the cab, they pay their 1,000 for the GB, you know, and then we had a program yesterday regarding the figures coming up. I will not speak to that because I know the committee will be making a formal report, and I want to speak to the issues based on the figures that will come from the committee. But I can say for a fact that yes, we raised a good number of money yesterday.
Thank you,
Did we see
Cyrus.
everybody we expected to be there? No. Do we want to see everybody at another time? Yes. Can we improve on things and do it better than we did it yesterday? Yes. So kudos to everybody. And the brother who asked whether you should join the Unity Party or you should join FOJ, I don't speak for FOJ, I speak for the Unity Party. So I encourage you to join the Unity Party so that we can work along with other auxiliaries, including the FOJ, to get the country going.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Cyrus. Printers, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Junior. I think, sorry that I've had a very terrible network, but I heard my brother Cyrus Danquah. I don't know whether he was rhetorical, but I think he tried posting.
Yeah, the network. We actually my picking by them, man.
Across. Interesting.
Printer, the thing you call me WhatsApp.
I'm back. I hope you get him in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lorena, they're hacking the man.
Go ahead, Prentice.
Okay, you get him in, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, interestingly, Cyrus is asking me to explain about the essence of the party constructing headquarters across the country in the face of budgetary support to some education institutions across the country. Cyrus, I think the first thing we have to, the first justice we have to do to our public is that the sources of funding for the construction of party headquarters across the country, it doesn't come from national government cover. Rather, individual partisans are making contributions. That is one thing we have to do. That is one clarity we have to make. But on the flip side, I find it, very laughable that my brother Cyrus, who remain an ardent supporter of the CDC that used over 50 million for re-election process in the midst of, the very existing budgetary constraints we talked about to other institutions across. The UL had, a very lower budget than it has currently when CDC lavished over 50 million just to lose a presidential election. The UL had a lower budget than it has currently when Samuel Twe presided over the mop-up exercise where 25 million was ballooned, and records show that several institutions or forex bureaus across the country, were on records that Samuel Twe gave them money and they never existed. There are GSC report to that to validate it. And there were several financial malfeasance across the country in the midst of budgetary constraint, to the UL and other higher learning institutions. But in the last 2 years, our own Nimba University budget has been upped, led by several other higher learning institutions, including the University of Liberia. Interestingly, my brother Cyrus cannot talk about it. But again, while we acknowledge some of the gains, there are challenges, and these are the challenges that, like some of what we're saying. We don't want our party to die in Nimba. We believe that the government is making strides, but we don't want the party to be defaced, because by early 2024, personally, I have predicted that with the first listing of configuration of local county authority, the Unity Party was doomed to be defaced across Nimba. I said that, and I said so.
Yeah, I think Prentice is done there because
I hope you get him in.
Yeah, Prentice, just conclude for us in 30 seconds, please. Okay, Mana Lorena, let's give you the floor. Go ahead.
Thank you, Jim. And I will start by saying, I hope those who got evidence of me filling all a Unity Party form can show that. And Unity Party is better than some party that some of you who are supporting are member of. And so if I had joined the party yesterday, I will probably say, maybe I'm going to post a picture on Facebook, like a date when I wore the t-shirt and went to the place 9:30 yesterday morning. And number two, the issue that has to do with Nyatwaye in the context that Siawete spoke in as a partisan and Twaye being, although he's a senator or Nima, but or UP senator, I don't have any, should I say, I don't have much to say because he was speaking as a disappointed partisan in his senator because I think he expect more. So if it was a general conversation about Nimba and Nya being one of my senators, then I will speak to that light. And then when it comes to the issue of people saying Raleigh was poorly attended.
So Lorena, can I please ask you? In one of the claim about Nya, you say Nya does not answer people who does not retain it. In your case, does it happen to you? That all.
So DK, I'm a different person. Yeah, I tell myself every day, every night, even I had to go to people's offices, I had to call people. And I think I made one post. I said, if you had a friend who became a minister or a deputy minister, until he demonstrates or she demonstrates that you people are still friends, don't say that person is your friend. I made that post. So that's the person I am. I don't go to people's offices. I don't call people until you demonstrate to me that like in Ganta doing a rally. I mean, on Friday at the senator house, he said, Tim, if I don't pay your whole lot, you're not responsible. She has not come for my money. And then I asked him, when do I come? He said Tuesday. I said, what hour? He said, out of court. I said, yeah, because I don't want to come 10 when you expected me 2 and you get a different thing to do. So I don't visit people offices. I don't call BP people until people call me. That's who I am. So I will not be able to say, oh, Charity is saying the truth or he's not saying the truth. I will not be able to say, have I heard similar thing from somebody else concerning the senator before? Why, yes. Why? For me, I haven't experienced it because why? I don't call people. I don't call people often go to that office till they call me. So back to our topic. So I said the purpose of the rally was to raise funds and we'll raise funds. And there were regular people, there were ordinary citizens there, not only from Ghana, from other places that were there. Yes, maybe we expected the doors to be going in the air like a regular. I know how I would do our Nima County stuff. Yes, we expected that, and because that is Nima, so we say maybe we wanted to have 5,000 persons or so. And it was not that way. And the next rally is going in another district. Hopefully in a Geo city this time around because we want to go to the same city. And because I'm now a member of the Unity Party, it doesn't mean that I will not support the Unity Party. The same way when the Unity Party government official, when somebody from the government does wrong, I will take to my Facebook page and condemn them for what they have done. When the government is doing good, I will also say it. And because I still support the Rescue Alliance, I will always support whatever UP does. And if MDR is doing similar thing for Nima, I will also go there and make my contribution. Maybe their full sale about a board of GB or whatever. I will do the same thing. The only people I will not do it for are the people who came and they used 6 years to be insulting the Fatima Salif, and who use 6 years to be dancing buga, and we 6 years to put our money in wheelbarrow, be giving it to money children and say they were trying to do more about SSR. That the only people I will not do it for. And then CEO, when I said this is now a judgment seat, I didn't say it to just you alone, to all of us. I can even say that something to Stanton, I can put it on Facebook, I can put it in your chat room because in a own chat room. I can put it there. You know that I would think that because we on this platform, so one thing happen the way it happened. So we want to say like, you know, when the way we say it, then it have to automatically change. So, but there are ways that we can say it that, you know they saying the same thing, but in a diplomatic way, they even hide the person more. Like when I posted about Koga contribution, he pledged. I thought, and in my mind, a group post I made, but some people calling me, oh, why you have to do that? You mocking the man because the man say you're inviting, then they see me when I pledge, so it mean the man is not stable. I say, I don't see, so I only pressing the senator. So that's what I was trying to see. And then for the purpose of this show, other issue that came out, I'm not going to discuss it because we don't have that time. But I would like to say that there were good news in Ganta concerning the PYJ school, as the VP and the family had some discussion yesterday. And so maybe the day we're talking formally about the school, we can talk that we can even invite. And Deba has said she would like to talk on the show. She said she's disappointed in most of us, the panelists on the show, when her sister appeared. And she said, especially the CEO, she said, I want to say this though, especially the CEO who is from Booyah and Junior, who is from Booyah. She said, from those of us who are not from Booyah, she ain't really get time for us. So the way her sister talk, and nobody cares.
Did she mention me?
You know from Booyah.
See you. See you.
So they don't
from you.
You short man, they don't tell the short man.
But speaking of short, there's a picture of Sid, Lorena, and DK. We'll post that one next time.
I am shorter than DK because wearing heels, you are wear heels. So, so she said she would like to come to say. She said she expected that one of us. She said, Dion and the CEO because Booyah and me who have a number to I said, oh, can we reach out? I wouldn't do that. So she said she felt disappointed, but she watched all we did to Senator Koga, who called on the show. So she was thinking that we're in that moment we're going to bring her on. So maybe we can bring her on anytime or so she can be able to tell us something about the school. I won't want to go further until she comes or to having a discussion that concerns the school. I have missed the show for the past 2-3 days. So because
we miss you too. We miss you too. You and Nick Chris, man, you're from Fargo. I know what
for 20 when you need a party in your book, you know, give me too much money so I can enjoy to nab. I didn't buy my PA and thing like that. Chris, thank you.
Thank you. So my own is just very quick. Thanks to everyone for coming. Cyrus, again, hopefully you don't be a stranger. Hopefully you come on here whenever you have time. The show starts at 9 p.m. your time. So hopefully you'll be one of our frequent visitor here. So this is a platform for all of us. It's a NEMA platform, but we're trying to grow it to make it a national platform, and hopefully an international platform like CNN and Fox News, so we can go global. But it was great having you on here, and great discussion. So Lorena, will miss you. Welcome back, Cyrus. See how with the CDC stand, the CDC/stand, Amma Brooks. The Fargo man, I keep trying to make Lorena to be United Partisan by force tonight. All of you, I want to say thank you. I can't talk about DK and Junior, so the two men I don't reference them. But yeah, thanks, and I look forward to having you guys again tomorrow. Hopefully, we should be hosting a Susan Banget tomorrow.
Well, I have not spoken on a post analysis.
Yeah, but I just
thank you. TK, let's give you the opportunity, Chief.
Okay, thank you. So, John, I sent you something from the how you call that media institution, the investigator, right? I sent you something that they said the same topic that we are talking now. There's one leading newspaper. Okay, thank you for putting this up. So, sometimes people might feel we sit here to just say negative thing about our party, about our country, or about the people who are in power. No, there are people from outside, reputable institution from outside that are saying the same thing we're saying.
So this institution is saying this. The next thing is before Front Page Africa come, other institutions will also be saying what we're saying today. We don't hate anybody. We want the betterment for our country and people who are in position. My John put it down. They've been told I want people to see my face, so sometimes they can screen record and carry to their people. That's the next thing they can do. And me out here. The first thing is I work in Koga office 13, 15 years ago. I told the same thing I say I can tell you in your face. You call the vice president, I will hear myself talking, you are in about tell in your face. I am afraid of nobody. And when I say this is part of my mind, I believe it, part of my conviction, I will tell you in your face. She already raised a point that Lorena said she will not respond to it. Look, when you are in leadership, when you are in power position, that people give it to you, you need to have friendship. There are people in position in Nima, in government position, they don't get friend. So somebody don't get friend, you pull him ahead or her ahead out of your institution, you kill that institution. The person should have interpersonal relationship to relate to people. You can't bring an elite person that they are friendly all the way up there, and you expect somebody from Beverly to come to that man call. No, you don't know that person. Those people all go in that place. And somebody said something about PYJ, and one of the things I learned about Koga, he is not perfect. He too have all the things we're talking about, all of them contributing to it. So we will have show on him another day too to tell him about on the last day. We'll have show on him yet. All of them people voted for that. Unity Party people voted for him. So Unity Party people having rather he's supposed to go there. Later they say he sent money. If you send money, when Unity Party people are all in the forest for you, campaigning for you, you could not show face there. So whether you and Kung disagreeing or not disagreeing, our party people stood by you. Come to their rally, whatever presentation you have, present it and turn your back. Who cares whether you and Kung are fighting for your position, your governorship, and all that one? PYJ said, well, governor for that country, we don't care. Some of us say personally disagree with him on policy issue. So, again, everything we're saying here is we want a betterment. Those of you who are closer to those people, we should say, because if some of us say, you wait in America, what else you want? Me not yeah, if I really hustle in that school family, I really hustle, I do 2-3 good job. I can get something good. I'm talking about you do all the overtime. Yeah, we get overtime. Yeah, you just need to be strong. You do all your overtime, you can be something better. So anybody that will leave all their overtime here, wasting and go look for things like that. That anytime somebody have called brag and not sleep correct, he will fire you. Then he's not running by you, waste your family. I get young baby and all. So anybody
thank you.
Don't call me. Oh, don't call you. Now you don't want managing the show. That you don't talk to me. You tell your thing. We'll take you off the show. You try.
I got trouble.
Last day,
I can put it back
to all the brave soldiers Unity Party. Thank you, Sarah. This place for all of us. You Unity Party man, you come here. So thank you. They'll be here back tomorrow to sharpen the contradictions. The other Sarah begin, the other CDC begin. All that thing he's saying that nobody will listen to him. Here, people that were stealing, that want a position or a government official. Nobody will listen to that CDC thing he's saying. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And now somebody was concerned that printer is not working. Yeah, printer wasn't working, and one of those who supported printed argument of redemption to campaign.
That's it, Lorena.
Printed is working.
Yeah, that's it, Lorena. Wait. She go above that your principal. She can do that.
Gentlemen, we keep it like this, then who will talk, who will not talk.
We got moderator here.
Somebody moderating the show. You give it to the person. The person will do what
I put everybody out there. We'll put them on the bound. We ready.
I don't know what we'll do.
On the computer now, not on the phone. Go ahead on computer. Everybody out there, we'll put them in the back. Lorena, go ahead.
So let's give it 2 minutes.
Seconds now.
Me or Lorena?
No, I said
it's
working. Printer is an employee of the National Lottery of Liberia and making good dollars. So Next time he had to say he wasn't able to be able to question why he had his anything.
Ahmad, go ahead, Chief.
All right. Thank you, Ambassador and CEO, the rest of the panelists. I just want to say thank you, and I love the way the political demise of the Unity Party is going on now in Nima County. Nima County is total. The Unity Party is totally there in Nima County. Today, if the JQ movement having program in Ganta will be well attended than that of the Unity Party. If the friends of if the FOJ is having program today in Nima County will be well attended than that of the Unity Party. That is the political capital that the VP has built around him, because he do not trust many of those Unity Party folks, because they are always critical of him. They always disagree with him publicly, and VP Kun don't love that. Yes, because I know him very well. I supported him so many times as representative, and as senator. I know the person I'm speaking of. There's a person that I'll go to visit her, sit down, he will do everything together. I know him to my fingertip. He don't like that, so he don't really trust the Unity Party folks in Nima County who are not saluting and saying yes sir to him. He see them as threat to a political future. So that's why the VP is building his own army outside the Unity Party structure in the Nima County. I said to you on this platform that district coordinator from the electoral district in Nima County reached out to us yesterday. I have names of auxiliary leaders from BAM, people then that reached out to during the campaign with money. They refused. They stood their ground for the Unity Party in BAM, in Ganta, in Sanikole, in Seklepi. They are the people I'm speaking of. I'm not just speaking about any other person. If you're talking about political narrative on this platform, I am number one. I'm an executive committee member of the second biggest and the biggest opposition political party in the country, the CDC. I'm not just an ordinary member. I'm a teacher of the party doctrine in the CDC. Before you take on leadership, you have to go for cadre training classes and graduate, understand how to perform the party ritual, to understand how you operate within the party before taking on leadership. So CDC is not just a party, it is our ultimate way of life, and we are doing everything. We are working from the background. We know that Unity Party is a one-term government. They have failed the Liberian people. They have disappointed even Senator Johnson, who refused last minute to turn $4 million United States cash transported in Ganta. He said, no, my man, you carry the money. It was the time that VP Kun signed. He said he never slept on a farm. See, I will tell you, then they were all around posting on Facebook. We are aware about the money that they brought into the country, and the senator will not receive it. But today, Saleh, the University of Senator Prince Johnson, just a few days after his death, is dying perpetually. They are crying to just get 100,000, and they are even reducing now to 40,000, 30,000. The government cannot raise that fund, but they are doing. They went for an audio program. Raise audio money. They said that they raised more than 75,000. That is a blood. That is a political charade. You cannot lie to all. You cannot fool all those money came from national cover and just went over there. You did a face ceremony that you could not even get the Nima people, and your program was very much rejected by the Nima people. And even the Unity Party folks in Nima County, they are in our inbox daily, ensuring that and expressing their frustration to us daily. We are not in power, but they are better than you, Lorena. You that in power. I interact with a lot of you people. They come to my house in Comodan. They even go to the Kala. They even go everywhere. They interact with me more than you. It's a fact.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you so much, Ahmad. Let's go to Arsenal man, my man. See, Chris. We just see people that go to the Arsenal men are making beamer today.
Who Arsenal? No Arsenal man.
You not seeing what they're saying now? Oh my God! Thankfully today they were lucky.
You won't give me pressure. Look, I don't win trophy. Why you want to link me with Arsenal?
Anyways, conclude for us in 2 minutes, Chief.
Yeah, I don't know. The show tonight was good, and I mean, it's a pleasure that we all appear tonight to give our thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, when people discussing issue, people want to politicize it. It's somehow sickening because I don't know what Amma is really trying to portray to the people of Nimba. For the record, I think if we had sedition, we had 3 seditions in Nimba. My good brother and friend Sentakra, Nelson Kokwe, and Mighty Fan. I think those are the only seditions that we know in Nimba. So because the people like Mark Bliwan and the rest of the folks, those are people who come, I think they are from either one of these parties. So I mean the issue with comparing CDC to United Party or losing grape in Nima, I think is unfortunate. You need to actually look at statistics. What we are discussing tonight, we are not pretending like you who sees the wrong thing and then you live by it. No, we don't live like that. You know us, we are very unique. With the dismissal of Amin Moda, you saw that it was the United Party people who pushed that debate, and at the end of the day, Amin was dismissed or he resigned. So what we are saying here tonight is not about United Party. Look, United Party got the capacity to raise that money, and for sure. But we are just saying we don't want to pretend to people about the number of people who converged yesterday. I mean, you don't intellectual large crowd. The same way you don't intellectual large crowd. Crowd can speak for itself. But when I listen to Sis Lorena, she says SRO is a celebrity. Onokun was never a celebrity when we put out a crowd in 2023. Even just of recent, when we even had after the election, there were a lot of programs we are having in Nima. So for me, I will not sit here and pretend about it at the program yesterday. Told people when, but the expectation was not met in terms of the mobilization. And for the record, I will keep saying it. People who are ahead of the party right now in terms of mobilization, they don't have a face. They are keeping the real partisans at the back because you cannot have people on the 2 a.m. who don't even respond to text and call. I mean, who will he reach out to? Party is not ready. It's not only for event. It's running as an institution. Mm-hmm. So when you make it like when you want something, that's the only time you come to the people. Then you deface the party.
Right.
So that's what's happening. So on our 2 a.m., for example, he will come to the people when he needs the number or you need the people to come over. But you need to be in constant communication with the people. The issue is not about giving somebody money. People are getting it wrong. Money is not the issue. The issue is about relationship. So I mean, for some of us, we'll speak to it. And with the issue of Sis Lorena, for me, I will encourage her to join the United Party because I mean, there's nothing here that we can have. I mean, we are saying it to your face, but people who don't like you, they are saying it at the back that Lorena is not part of the party. She will go publicly and say, she's not a member, but you are leading a party function. So I mean, how will you lead party function when you are not partisan? So that's the other side of the debate. Because for you being party,
she only interested in collecting United Party money. She's a conscience.
Wait, man.
So I mean, for me, it's of no attacking you. It's just about doing the needful because those are some of the attacks. Sometimes you will receive publicly. And, when it comes to the institution, the politics, people all usually and obviously express their disenchantment and all of that. So, but the show, it was a good show. See you, thank you. Chris City, I don't know whether you member of CMC or you CDC. Aman Bros too, he member executive member of STEM, then he executive member of CDC. So I don't even know where he's heading.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a good show. Dankwan, what you can do is you join us. That's all I will say to you.
Let me know who's us, UP or FOJ.
Let the man join off way. Then we'll get it.
What that man join now?
Chris, take us home, my brother.
Chris, fire.
Thank you,
You must
Gian.
slow
Thank you,
down. Don't go hard too much.
Thank you, CEO. You know,
You need to respond to Lorena.
when those speakers were speaking, some people took 10 minutes.
Oh boy.
Some people talk about the former finance minister and the president.
Chris, this is where I get problem with you. Your time we start saying something else, and then
Gio. I want to set a record straight, Gio. I want to set a record. I cannot set a record straight, Gio.
Please protect Chris to debunk Lorena because she launched our
No, Chris is protected. My only point is for you to go to the issue you were leaving and say somebody spoke for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's the
No
same
problem.
time. Let's give you your time.
Okay, and they talk about the former finance minister and the president, the former president. It wasn't a day respect to them. I want to talk also on what the VP that we accept. I will talk on the VP. My dear brother Sarah said, talk about Lorena never faithful yesterday. And see what they talk about. Really party, the sophisticated party, mature. Mature party can somebody who not in your party. Serve on your planning committee and wear your t-shirt. Is that mature party? Gentlemen? It's what you got behave in your party. People not part of your party, can they be part of your planning committee and wear your t-shirt?
You are even allowed to wear a party t-shirt.
Well, can they be part of your planning committee on your program? It's another debate, another day we'll talk about it. I understand where you're coming from. And yesterday when our guest appeared here, said they raised 75,000 plus. Today when our sister Lorena was speaking, he said they raised 1 million with pledge, went to 3 million. So CEO do the conversion, the rate in Liberia with 3 million now. You understand that around 27,000. They talk about 30,000. So that means they get last night, or they say Lorena last on the show. Which one? Can we tell Lorena who on the planning committee figure constant? Can we tell Fanso figure constant? Where we stand? Are those guys from the Unity Party lying to the public? We need to contact those information and bring it back to the public. Because Lorena talk about what they raised yesterday, we were 1 million plus, we pledged with 3 million.
Yeah, let me make some correction. You know, since we are a media platform, Alfonso didn't say this with certainty yesterday. He said he was not sure. He said what he was hearing from the back. It was approximately 75,000, but he said he never confirmed that. He said he never confirmed it. So we can't hold him accountable for that because he was just speculating. He said it, and he made that disclaimer as well.
Okay, that is your CEO.
Thank you, Arvin. We're getting there. We're getting to be the best thing. Thank you for that clarity.
CEO, as that the discrepancy is huge. 75,000 and 30,000 are not related.
It's where I coming, Sarah. It's where I coming.
Because that's what he said, though. So we have to give him that credit, right?
CEO, I'm a student of accounting. I'm a man. There's nowhere we do gender balancing. There's nowhere. CEO, I'm telling you.
But let me say this. Huge. Let me say this. Alfonso is not the one that did the collection, the finance part. He came online yesterday because his cousin was supposed to appear, and he came to help to debunk what his cousin was supposed to say. So then he clearly said, "We got a tip here, right?" Again, I'm not backing Alfonso or anything, but this is what he said. He said from what he's hearing from behind the scene is the target was 75,000, and from what he was hearing was they hit that target or they surpassed that target. But again, he said disclaimer, he can't confirm it. He's waiting for the finance people to make that final. So we can't do that to him.
CEO, I understand.
So even if he said 100,000 and the people come today, they say 10,000.
Yeah, it's good. It's good where I found us sit as one executive committee member of the Party Nima to come to the disco fact, not assumption. We gotta be real to the issue. See what's on the show, the message last night. So that means he lacks. If I'm not last to the public, there should be no sugar coated around here. But let me go to my issues. See how it is. That's the fair. Don't go to my issue. I'm pretending, gentlemen. Intelligent. That means intelligent last for him. Brother Doma talk about building the party headquarters. It was for individual pocket. It wasn't for the budget. And he failed to understand. I come in. Yeah, he failed to understand that over the past few times, the party don't have the money to understand any projects in Nimba, right? So coming now, where they going to get the money from, CEO? Where they going to get the money from, right? They say individual pocket. Which individual pocket getting it from? Where? It is a large. He mentioned about UL budget, wasn't this, that, on the city regime. But you fail to mention that on the city regime, the due free education, the digital in the voice of Liberia. What has government done? What has government done? Brother, don't have you feel to tell the people that you see, minister report on Liberia, 50.05% of went to out of school. Did he mention it? Under their government? It's laughable. So we can't come to the disco issues. That's not reality. We can come fat. How will you go get what that you haven't paid for, but you're not inside? This is different message. What careful? It's baffling me. And my next point here is I would like to talk about the issue that my dear good friend, my big sister Lorena, talk about. I would like to reference her about CDC and former finance minister putting money into the economy, well, getting a document or President Will Jenny Bugai around here. I expect Lorena to money same courage to talk about the 10-minute project Lofa. What they talk about our the national NSC. I expect her to talk about it. Did she talk about it tonight? But she just drafted her attention to CDC in the past. We cannot be talking about CDC because if you talk about CDC, that will Liberian people voted CDC out. They brought them to do the referendum, right? We cannot be in the seat to do everything still could do during the past. What happened yesterday? See, I'm not feel to talk about the former student leader who died today in Liberia Barracks, Manny Jesse. You the party going to put our man in jail for things that he not dead and he died today for the thing. Well, you the party government. She mentioned about it. She mentioned about it.
Lorena in campaign move.
So we cannot sit on the show, right? Sit on the show that people like us for sit down and come to the disco and divert our attention from the real issues. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I would let the last point before I leave. CEO. It's a product research we should do.
No, Grace, don't leave. Don't leave, Grace.
I'll not leave. Okay. Yes.
On my Facebook page, I posted, I said the Ministry of State, Ministry of Information, the PPTC, they need to tell the public, the public, who's doing the project in Lofa and where's the funding from. I'm not looking at some of you who are fake and who want to just say praise it because you want favor. I speak it as I see it. I made that post and a lot of people came on, oh, you're not supposed to say that, you're not supposed to say that. I say, I'm supposed to say it right here. Because the reason why I said that, the understanding has said it was MRU project. Other people say, oh, that gave. Other people say that. Then they need to meet, the TV group need to meet and speak to the public because they owe us that explanation because transparency and accountability are part of good governance. I made that post. I'm not looking at some of you. So what you talking about? Why must speak to April again?
You finish? You finish?
So even time to take it down, I will not take it down.
CEO, I'm talking the ring and all we come in and do your complete.
Go ahead.
Right?
No, you
When
got
I do your
Because you
complete.
support my name now, you can reference me. You can't be talking generally for me to talk to you.
Conscience, Lorena, please get a mention.
Yeah, you pretend me. Say Lorena, been a give for long. You can't cajole me. I will say talk about it. So the issue on the show is, say Lorena should be born to the remember when she stays. She can't even one day. Today she will hear the party ANC. For ANC, she can't to front of Janaku. Then she wear the t-shirt. She bring back the penalty. Say Lorena, come to the disco. Throw the chest to the border where you belong. And stop giving her the bullshit right here.
She will be MPR tomorrow.
In my capacity, say Lorena fill out the phone. If you feel like you're not with the party, let's give you the plenty. I know she on the plane, she feeling the party, and she has joined the party. So the issue here is CEO.
You can hear that?
The CEO. Yesterday, Jeremiah, I told you yesterday on the show, right? I told you on the show, CEO, I said, who went there because they were not paying your force of good. I said yesterday, right? So their media came today. Media came today. We don't just speak, we want to speak. The issue is that there was poor people understand that those government using it. How many people are so get used it, right? You know, have a right. Say what it. That's the people now. How many people can success the same way? You have a friend of talking. They don't talk about the Buzo. He mean those government, everybody are mean people. How many young people are happy today, Nima? But that's how many people you say what it? Can you go to the open now to say, oh, promise also committee you do it? You don't do it. You don't put a lot of be elite. Not 20 when you start playing somebody around here. That means so fake around not 20. They want to see the 2 year. You know, fathers dying in the reason that you see people coming up because left wing Johnson business. They will not say that Johnson, they're not saying that Johnson. That thing you're doing, Lima, is a different thing for you. But how be it? Yesterday, people spoke yesterday, they sent a single unit party. You made the program, you said, oh, you said yesterday, Kumuna was there. So another Kumuna, how many Kumuna was there? So the 5% of people you invited yesterday are going to figure out Monovio. How many Kumuna people were there? Just the two. The media team of BKS yesterday, they said, shoot 80 years around it. Being as a Kumuna people were there yesterday. How many Kumuna people were there yesterday? What a GB on that phone? Where you carry a GB here? Where you carry a GB yesterday? GB on that phone? Where you carry a GB? You have to give a Judah what Jesus says. So you need to go out there. Mofi Japa, to Mission Labor. How many put the Mofi and Jeff Hento? Who is the HR? That's not the best friend of Mofi Japa. You want a mean person with the Mission Labor? How many people say him to out there? See what you had a pedigree to talk about, eh? You know how many young people in America Mofi Japa today? How many people have in ministry? I don't care what's on the brother. I don't discover issue what's on the brother. Discover from the people. That's me. That's why I'm putting on record. And my uncle, before I do wrong, I was discussing. I don't fear about family issue. I don't fear about this issue.
None of them march to the program. Okay. See how it then used to march.
CEO, let me say this. CEO, to research on it, right? Those guys from Ministry of Labor will go in Ganta to elderly people. While they have Inspector General of Ministry of Labor in Lima. To go to the level and say, oh, Diva will protect you. When I see Inspector General Lima go to the level, it becomes issue. You need to stop this thing. Say what you are doing. Hey, you can't talk about, hey, I was here for you. Be my brother. We don't want tomorrow his hold you responsible.
You actually diverted from the topic. I don't know.
So the issue is you never need to do better. The rule of Doma, they don't be today. We won't pay no one there. Why won't pay people for that program? Who is the most senior policy in Lima? Because you don't pass the way we won't pay. We see what
yesterday. I will know that they can march on the street or Ganta, Lorena, and they were in their air conditioning car and passing all around for
thank you for the platform. Thank you for the platform. I know say Lorena already joined you the party. She have heard announcing. I will still bring the news.
You got the party already. You got a record, right? You got a record. CO, the number one reason is Lorena on you the party. Why should people play committee one? Why should people party? You all fair that you said you had a record, the stuff.
I have a record, and I was sent to Gino. Yes, you want to post it with a picture. And I will post it on picture. So are you still in ANC?
Woman BMDRT show.
Eh? Are you still in ANC? You have resign? You don't resign. So people follow you, right? Are you still in ANC?
Membership from ANC. It wasn't secret.
So
officially I did, and I got read it.
So my last point is CO. Thank you for the platform. I know our brothers and sisters in Lima have been martial arts. Thank God, my dear good friend, say what I will leave in America because you can India, brother. Then get a job. Thank you, Kenny Westing, my brother. Thank you. Thank God for you. So the people, you never know. I don't tell my brother said it. I don't tell my brother said it. Kenny Westing, my man, you never get a job. The people kept me for 2 years. So the issue is the people in that book.
You are working if you don't know.
Will you give me a chance to elaborate still? What you just tell me? You want to keep
I
the
want
working
to
for?
put that on your life.
Try to learn now. I know you
So,
talk for long
so
now.
CO, CO, CO. When
Who
Lorena doing this,
say Lorena
this
why
is doing a short will. I tell you tonight, CO. Lorena keep doing this. She talks to him tomorrow short will. Let me real. That's all right here. Thank you.
So I want to. You and say Lorena, you're from Fargo there. You gotta settle your thing in Fargo. I don't know what in between the Fargo people. Yeah, you can count. Yeah,
If you support me with any election going for a unique one, you support I can borrow some of that every manager. But you not let my business.
You know, the business on me, the business on the door from the Jeremiah Kun, I said no.
So I want to let you know the two people they are very close.
But you tell me,
Lorena, when MDR said tomorrow she will be on MDR program meeting. Jekun having program, she in Jekun.
Sister, they might not call like that.
Wonderful program. It has been a great show with all of you guys. Tomorrow we'll be here, and hopefully we'll have Susan Bangwe here tomorrow as our guest on the show. And we anticipate all of you to be here as we discuss some other trending national issues relating to Liberia. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you, CEO. It was a great show.